NCRP Productions presents New Dallas, an Alien RPG campaign series podcast. Season 1, our final episode, episode 19. Hello and welcome back to Alien New Dallas. This is Barry, your game master. I am raring to get into it this week, so let me have everyone introduce themselves and we'll get started.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm playing Bloodhound Baird, the Colonial Marshal.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Dr. Elizabeth Langtree, the medic.
Hello, it's David. I'm running Colonial Marine Sargent Rictor.
Hello, this is Josh. I'm playing company man and amateur medical technician Lance Bateman.
All right, well, welcome back. Insanity last week.
Oh, Jesus.
The group is together within the confines of a shuttle, a medical shuttle that has come from Cyprus to Andy's Drop, to the facility that Dr. Langtree runs, because they've had a case of flesh-eating virus that has affected 2 of the people there. It's landed on the top of the medical facility, and through a number of different things, the group is now presently inside. You guys have trussed up, basically put into restraints, all 5 of the individuals inside. I'll remind you, inside we have a pilot and co-pilot who are currently on the ground, trussed up. The co-pilot is currently reacting to something, possibly the antibiotics that were given to him. The pilot seems to be doing all right. The co-pilot is sweating profusely. Heat is coming up on the body. Dr. Langtree has just asked for the ship interior to cool down another approximately 10 degrees. In addition to that, we have 2 gurneys with the 2 specific people that had the injuries coming over here. One had the effect of the flesh-eating virus around his abdominal area on the right-hand side. The other one had it on his left foot. At his left foot is where Lance Bateman is. And before I tell you what's going on with Lance, I'll remind you, we also have a med tech who came over on the ship as well. He is trussed up and laying in the back side of the ship. So Lance quietly and quickly grabbed a specimen jar? We'll call it a jar. Specimen receptacle?
Able to be sealed.
Yeah, specimen
safely.
receptacle. I like that a little better. And has taken a piece off of the foot. He has got it sealed, and as soon as he got it sealed, out of the foot, what looked to be a tentacle grabbed his hand, and that's where we're at. So I'm going to have you right now, Josh.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me...
Quick question. We're in the shuttle, and I'm assuming the door closed. We were closed inside of it,
Yes,
right?
you are
Okay, the
closed
door's closed.
inside
Okay.
presently.
Gotcha.
So, Lance, one of the things that happens in the game, we have a number of things that cause an immediate panic attack or panic roll.
Panic test, yes.
One of those things is just happened. That is seeing an alien or something like it.
Is it alien?
So,
Uh-oh.
it doesn't say xenomorph.
Now we can blame it on
Alien,
Josh.
so-
It
An
says
organism.
alien, an
Something-
alien organism, which is what this is. So I'm going to have you make a panic attack, or panic
So
roll.
this is the panic. This is
Just
roll of
a panic
seeing
roll.
Just rolling the
Yes.
panic test.
This
Seeing
does
the
not
tentacle.
specifically
What's
raise your
stress?
stress.
Oh, you
My
got
stress
3.
is at 3.
Oh, here we
right
go.
now, so.
There's that 6. That's a 2. He's good.
5.
All right, so you're able to keep it under control. For the other 3 of you, you are very focused on the body, the co-pilot's body that's coming up, so nobody has seen Lance even move over there, and he's been very quiet about it.
Can I do something, or do you want us to wait for...
Well, so I'm going to start with Lance just because the thing has happened. I want to know your reaction and if it's quiet.
My reaction is, obviously, I see this as an opportunity and not an attack. Well, it is an attack. But I want to use this as a distraction to make sure that nobody can see the vial. So the first thing I'll do is I'll kind of hold the vial behind me with my left hand while I sort of...
So the tentacle wrapped around your left hand
wrapped around my
had
left
the
hand.
receptacle
Okay,
in
so
it.
I'll take... Can I release the receptacle into my right hand or the vial?
Presently, I'll just let
Okay.
you know you have the scalpel in your right hand, but you can drop the scalpel and drop the receptacle in
So
your right
before
hand.
I say anything, trying to keep my cool as much as possible from the last panic roll, and I just kind of drop the scalpel on the gurney. So
Are you going to take the time to think about? I'm going to
Well,
drop
no,
it
this
on
is
the.
just I'm a
you
quick
just drop
thinker
it
in times like this.
All right, this
yeah.
is good. So you're just dropping it, and you're going to drop. So you're going to go from
I'm just gonna
left hand to
drop
right
it
hand with the
and then
receptacle.
swap it, and then
Put
you
it
know,
in-
hold it kind of out of sight.
All right. There's no
because I don't have a pocket, but I just want to kind of use sleight of hand to keep it behind my back and or leg and or just kind of out of the angle.
Do
of
you
sight.
think you would be thinking enough to endeavor to make the drop of the scalpel quiet?
Well, the whole point is I'm trying. You know, this isn't the first time that I have incurred risk in the pursuit of power, of somehow gaining promotion out of these things. This is no coincidence that although these things do keep happening to me, I tend to find opportunities in them. That's all. So that's,
Very good. So I'm going to say you probably do endeavor to do
This
that.
is the third time that this sort of situation has happened. So
Yeah, it's really odd. Third time. That's usually when patterns show up.
So
I'm
what
getting
I'm
a
going to have
clear
you
image.
do is I'm going to have you make a maneuver. Where is it? Nope, mobility. I'm going to have you make a mobility roll.
okay.
And I don't know if I remember you had something that maybe allows you to do something different for the roll, maybe.
No. Well, if I do have personal safety, but it's beyond that point, which allows me to get behind someone if I have an attack coming.
All right.
That's within short range.
All right.
But this case, I've already been attacked.
You've
and
been
now
attacked, right.
I'm just trying to get away
So
from
go
it.
ahead and give me that mobility roll.
All right. No aliens and no successes. So I guess I could push it.
Push it, go for that.
If you
stress.
choose to, you can.
You get an extra stress. Do it.
Uh,
He's going for it. Nice.
push it.
You roll all of them. You're gonna roll all the dice. You left those 3 out.
There you go.
Okay.
You get to roll those 3. Roll everything.
Okay.
Oh, nice. There we go.
So we
Oh, I
got
got one.
2 and no aliens.
All right.
And we go up a stress.
So basically, you just kind of pass through, drop it, grab it. You have the receptacle in your right hand. Your left hand has been wrapped by what appears to be a singular tentacle. And when I say tentacle, we're not talking a giant octopus arm. This is
Right.
probably the size of an earthworm as far as
Ew.
thickness.
Oh, that's worse.
Right? Oh, yeah, I think so too.
Gross.
All right, so that's where you are sitting at
Lucas.
with it. You do
Nasty.
have, if it matters to you, you do have an extra stunt if you want to look at that. For all the rest of you, he hasn't made any noise. So I was going to give you, if he made any noise at all, I was going to give you a chance to look up. So, Dr. Langtree.
So I want to look again at the red mark on his leg and
Okay.
see if that looks different specifically.
So, looking at it now, the red mark on his leg, when I say the word angry, kind of gives you a feel for what it is. It used to just be a little angry mark where the cut was. The whole area around it looks not right. There is very slight rumpling to it, so little up, down, kind of ridge around directly around
Ugh.
the cut.
Okay.
But you're thinking it's spreading.
Does it look like the bacteria? What I'm assuming is a bloodhound-eating bacteria.
Your immediate thought is yes, this is that bacteria having an effect.
How did it get to this guy's leg?
That's a
Interesting.
great question. So, go ahead.
If the Langtree's just like standing
Staring
there
at
looking,
it.
I'm just like, Langtree, what are we doing right now? Because this guy, from what I'm hearing, this guy's going south.
You're right. Yes, of course.
Howard says, Doc, you better do something. His temperature get much higher, and he's going to cook his brain.
I mean, did they give us any kind of like cooling pads?
I'm gonna lean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean down. All else is going on. I wanna pop one of the eyelids open to see what the eyeball looks like.
Okay, so as you pull the eyelid open, the eyeball is completely blown. The pupil is completely
Oh, I was like,
blown.
ah!
You see this? You see this, Doc? And I'm gonna make sure the doctor sees it.
Was it like that when I initially?
No, God,
examined?
No, as I told you, he looked like he was just out.
His body's in severe stress right now.
And I'm going to keep interrupting
Sure.
as time comes up. Lance, what are you doing now?
We're
So
all
you-
we're all realize he's fighting a monster in the back of the
So the tentacle or the earthworm, however you want to look at it.
in the background
So-
quietly.
what color is it?
It's
my
it's
hand
a,
while I was-
I'm going to tell you now. It's
Oh.
peach color. It has rings around it, and those rings appear to be muscles.
Like
because you
like
are
a
fighting
tapeworm.
something
Like
that
a
basically, like I said, looks like an earthworm, but it's actually pulling your hand, which is still inside the glove. You are fully sealed.
my
Is this
still.
thing still attached to the other body?
It's
completely
attached
safe.
inside the
This
body,
is
and it's
entirely
pulling
safe,
you.
I
You're
assure you.
pulling the
Funny
hand
who sees-
towards that eaten
None
up
of us noticed
foot.
what was going on. He's like,
So
my hands,
I
my
would
hand.
love to just get my hand out of its grip. So I don't have much strength or close combat, but I want to just test if I could just pull my hand out of there.
All right, so I am going to have you make a really strength, even though I would normally say mobility. So I'm going to have you make a
gonna do strength
mobility roll
mobility.
with strength.
Could be a strength stamina. roll.
Stamina. Like,
You think stamina would be a part of that?
Yeah.
I think
All right, let's do a strength
All
stamina
right,
roll.
let's do it. So that's 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 4. So the
Wow,
gold
nice.
are my stress dice in this.
Oh, nice. You get more stress dice. Oh, no.
1 and no aliens.
But you have a success.
Yes.
All right, so you start your now. Are you doing in your mind a tug of war? Or are you getting out any way you can?
I'm trying to get out in such a way that it's not like gonna cause me to fall backwards into the
So
shelf
not a tug
behind
of war.
me.
You're kind of
Yeah,
pulling
I'm-
left, right, up, down, just whatever
Okay,
you can.
this is
All right,
gross, but it's not the.
So you're able to pull away from it, and the tentacle goes back in the body.
And then I'll say, "Did y'all see that?"
All right, so you guys get that.
I look. Do all three of us just?
I'm gonna look over at
I don't
Bateman.
know. That's
my
my question.
God.
So the three of you, what do? Dr. Langtree was just looking at what she was looking at.
I look at Bateman.
Immediately look at Bateman with
I'm like-
that tone. I got a hand on gun.
Yeah, I'm like cracking open the ice pack or the cooling pack.
Yep.
And I'm gonna turn and look. What?
So I'll
See
do
what?
my
So-
best job to be scared.
None of the three
death.
of you saw anything happen. What you see is Lance. I'm assuming you move away
Yes.
from the foot.
I'm pointing at it with my free hand.
That's what I was wondering. So he's got his right hand is down. He's pointing with his left hand
Yeah.
at the foot, and he is backed away from the table, and he is at the far side of the gurneys.
So can I make an observation?
Something came out of there.
So I want to make
I'm
an
like-
observation
I'm like
roll to see
heave, like
any
I'm thinking
to
about
gauge
throwing
the
it.
level of detail that I see of what's happening right now.
So
Right.
don't need to make the roll.
I might see that scalpel with some residue on it, or
Not from
might I
where you're-
see that a piece of the foot's been cut away?
Not from where you're at.
already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not from where you're at.
I've
That's what I'm
already
saying.
used the scalpel too.
Right, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna turn around and look.
All right, so you stand up, Dr. Langtree,
I'm sticking the cooling pads in this guy's armpits, and then I'll stand up and look. So
All right.
I'll be behind them.
and
As soon as he says like, "Did you see that?" and is pointing at the body, I'm gonna stand up and put hand on gun and
All
say,
right,
put my
very
hand
good.
out. What's going on now?
all right, now, Richter, go ahead and give me an observation.
Observation. All right, I'm just looking here. Okay, 3.
Like, oh man.
So, for all of you that look up, I will say it again. Bateman is on the far side of the gurneys. That's not where he was. Just so you think
I'm
about it. I
like
don't know how much it's going to
squirrely
matter,
little
but
creature.
I am doing my best to nearly vomit in my suit and to need to get out of the room as soon as possible.
all right. So, I have 2 successes from Richter.
Let me see what my
So,
stunt-
Richter, you wouldn't notice anything about the foot, but you do notice.
With my stunt though, I've got a stunt.
Yep.
I didn't even
And,
tell him what it was yet, you guys.
I know he didn't.
You're all suspecting me, and I didn't even explain what caused
So,
my reaction. Like, nobody trusts me in this group.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
think-
Nobody
like-
trusts
okay.
you?
So okay,
I
based
have
on what
given
you
you
tell
no
me, I'll use
reason
my
not
stunt.
to.
Yeah.
All right. So you wouldn't notice anything from the foot. I don't even think the doctor would notice that. But what you do notice is that there is a scalpel, a non-clean scalpel, sitting at the edge of the gurney. Now that could have been the doc's. However, you could choose what you want to do with it.
What did
Yeah,
you
but-
see, Lance?
A pink tentacle. Oh,
I
Alright, so-
it came
so
alive. It
reaching
came out of his
forward.
leg, Doctor.
I'm gonna
that
try
was
and quietly.
disgusting.
I'm gonna go to the doctor.
And that is the signal for you to go on.
I'll put it on.
Doc, there's a used scalpel next to Bateman on that gurney.
You might even ask, did you use one?
Did you use a scalpel on that?
I'm gonna switch off from the one-on-one,
Suspicious.
and I'm gonna say, Bateman, what did you see? You said a tentacle?
A pink tentacle came out of his leg. Take a look. It's in there. I promise you, something's in there. But don't
And
get too close.
currently, I'm assuming nobody's moving towards him.
I'm moving towards.
Everyone,
Yeah.
You're moving towards? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the leg.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Baird and Rictor are going to be stepping back so the doctor can move through. Because remember, you guys, think of the silly sumo suits. You're not moving out of the doctor's way?
No, if the doctor says, let me see that, I'm going to put my hand on it. I'm going to say, now wait. Dr. Langtree, he said he saw it.
Don't get too close, Doctor. It's dangerous.
You want to go right up to it?
Came right out and grabbed me by the arm.
Howard comes on and says, what's going on?
How did you get away?
Well, I pulled my arm away.
Describe what you
It
saw.
was a tentacle, and it was kind of fleshy pink colored.
How thin?
Kind of, about as round as a finger or so.
Does that describe anything that I've seen in my travels? All right.
Not at all. And Dr. Morrison says, Doctor, what is he talking about? Where is a tentacle?
It came out of his leg. I am telling you. I promise you.
And the leg was, at one point, it was sealed with a bag or something, right?
Right.
And then now the bag's off of the foot.
Morrison's asking, you're saying that the co-pilot had something come out of his leg?
Yes.
No. I need a resource list of all the parasites that are known to this planet.
And Howard says,
Every single
I
one.
got it. Coming to you now.
It's like a
This
huge
could
publication.
You
easily
grab
be
one of the little
something
devices
unknown.
you've got.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna say, Lance,
I just.
tell me when. And I'm gonna start flipping
Just
through.
flipping through pictures.
I have my hand
Can we
on
do
my
this
gun.
inside? I mean,
think-
I'm not at all
Lance?
comfortable with this situation.
I'm gonna hold on here. Hold on. I hate to interrupt, but what did you cut with that? And I pointed at the scalpel.
Well, I grabbed
Everybody
it.
sees the scalpel now.
I wanted to cut the tentacle off, but I just couldn't get to it in time. It went back in the hole.
Bateman.
Look,
Now
obviously-
I'm gonna attempt to. So I've got something called.
I want to be as convincing as possible.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
get
try.
it.
I'm gonna try and intimidate. I'm gonna try and manipulate him into telling the truth.
Very good.
All right, Bateman.
It was self-defense, Sergeant.
You better be
of
telling the
all
truth because
people.
you're endangering the lives of everybody on here.
Yep.
If something grabbed your arm and there was a blade within reach, you wouldn't grab it?
So I'm going to have. So Lance, I'm going to have you make a manipulation roll. You are rolling all
Is it opposed?
of your stress. Yes, it is.
Okay.
You're rolling all of your stress dice, but you may add 2 dice to the roll.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I get 2 dice
Two
bonus.
regular dice. but
2
not
standard
stress
dice, and then
Okay.
we're going to have a roll off. And don't
Oh,
announce
man.
what you're doing until everyone's made a decision to start with.
While they're talking, I'm gonna
Yes.
keep looking for a pink worm.
Yep. Okay. Very good.
Roll those dice, Bateman.
And I am staring at the foot.
Gotcha.
What?
Well, again, the hole in the
Oh,
foot's not a
shit.
hole
I'm
per se.
staring
wait,
at the
who's
foot.
got more?
I'm staring at
I am
the
not
foot.
done.
Oh, you pushing the roll there?
No,
No.
this is the rest of my dice.
How many dice? Wait a minute. How many dice do you get to roll?
He is the master manipulator.
I get to roll 10 dice, but I didn't roll my 2 bonus dice yet. I got to roll 10 dice. I rolled 8 of them, and my 4 stress dice, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well,
And no.
Not only did it not work.
No, I still get 2 more.
You owe him
wait a minute.
dinner.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
And that's
2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You
Yes.
rolled 12
I
dice
rolled
already,
10
so you
dice
no, you
plus
just
the
rolled
2
14
plus the
dice is
4.
what you're saying. You
No, I
rolled
16.
Yes.
6. How is that possible?
So
Because
he's
I
got
have
10
5
dice.
and 5.
Yep.
He gave me 2 bonus.
Yes.
I have 4 stress.
Yes.
Oh, your stress dice.
16.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna push my roll. All right, so,
Yep.
so I'm gonna,
Wait,
so
how many-
I'm gonna,
you
I'm
got
gonna add,
7 in
I'm gonna
total,
add a
Josh?
stress.
Huh?
You got 7?
I have 1, 2, 3,
Because I
4,
currently
5,
have-
6,
I
7,
currently
and the
have
ability
4.
to push twice.
That's a great
I
start.
currently have 4,
That's actually, that's not bad.
and I didn't pick up any others. So.
But
But
you
I
can-
still don't have an alien. So I have 4.
Okay, so he's just super
So I
liar.
want to impress everyone with my
Because I don't find it believable
with
that
my sincerity of being attacked, and these guys are not believing me. I want them to feel guilty.
Why?
I want them to be. I want them to question their morality that this innocent civilian has been attacked by an alien or a parasitic organism, and none of them. They're all.
The problem I have with that, just to let you know, is no one here thinks of you as an innocent civilian, no matter what.
Yeah,
I
Gary.
think the other thing is that the thing that doesn't make sense to Rictor is that you said something attacked you, you picked up a scalpel to defend yourself, but then you discarded your only line of defense, which doesn't make it
because
believable.
it's
because he
still
went
bugging
in the
you.
hole. He went
Right.
back in the hole.
Right. It's still bugging you, but he's not. What I'm going to tell you is he's not going with the intimidation. So you are totally welcome to disbelieve him still.
Yeah.
Just he's not fessing anything up. And for the other 2 of you, he looks very panicked.
We're
He's,
gonna
like
have a
you're
repeat
saying,
of
God,
the
he's
oil
too
rig
scared to lie.
situation.
That's your feeling at this point.
God.
So,
Didn't get away with nothing with you guys.
so wasn't there a bag on that thing before? We probably need to reseal that thing before whatever's inside it
Thank
comes
you.
back out.
I agree.
Hold on now.
Finally, we agree on
We're
something.
gonna go back towards towards this hole that something came out of. If we're
I'm gonna push the PDD to.
He needs to be in a cell.
Do we see
somewhere.
that Bateman's
Bateman.
holding something behind his back?
No, I don't
we
think.
And I'm
I
gonna
do not
say-
think that anyone would
What?
even think to.
He's got a hand behind his back.
No,
though, right?
it's
Yeah,
just
okay,
hanging
I'm
on.
just
It's
them.
just hanging.
I'm just,
No,
Right,
I
all right,
was
all right.
doubled
No problem,
over,
all right.
almost puking in my suit.
Okay, cool.
Before
Anyways,
this conversation,
he's
I'm
an
like,
angel
So you hand him the PDD.
I shove it at him. I say, find the worm, and then I'm gonna bag it.
All right,
Like
so
the
you
worm.
grab.
I'm assuming
So
there's a
my
ton
question
of
is,
parasites
for
and
you,
bacteria
Lance,
that can take
you grab the
days to
PDD, obviously with your unencumbered hand,
Minus parasites.
but you're gonna have to flip with some hand. What do
to
you
find
do
out what
with
it is, I say,
Yeah.
I need to get out of here, doctor.
We'll leave shortly. Please don't
So-
leave without us.
Can I review this parasite? I'm sure I'll remember what it is. I think we can get this guy somewhere that's contained in a cell, and then we can go over this.
Bateman, stop talking.
Does it look like Bateman's about to lose it?
I am.
He doesn't look like it. He looks completely in control. He
Something happened to these
sounds
guys.
like
and the
he
same thing
is.
is going to happen to us. And you
I'm gonna
think
look
these
at you.
suits are going to
Lance.
save us? We don't know what
Lance,
we're dealing with.
please.
These suits are not adequate protection
Lance,
for the
stop
unknown.
talking. I have to think for a second. Be
Do I- so, wait a
quiet.
minute, so, how many restraints did we have?
You've used them.
5.
You brought in 5 restraints. So it's restraints.
Do not restrict. Okay, no. I'm gonna go bag the foot. That's my.
All right. So
hopes.
you guys are gonna watch. So again, let me give you around the 2 gurneys. I have Baird and Rictor at the windshield, the front of the ship.
I'm
side
still
of the
standing back by
gurneys.
the pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the other side, around the foot, I have Bateman and the dock. Bateman has
I'm
just
as close
grabbed.
to the door as I can be. Like,
All
as
right.
soon as I can get out of here without raising
If-
too much suspicion, I am.
So
doing
that
it.
hold on. So you grab it. You've got the PDD, and you're moving towards the
Yeah.
the door. So in that case, I need you to make a wits observation roll.
Okay.
You need 2 successes to get through it.
I am gonna. If
Hold on, I want to do something as well, but I'm gonna make this roll first. I just let
We need to
me see.
talk.
Wits observation, you said?
Wits observation,
let's
right? Is that what it is?
finish
Am I
Yeah,
saying the
yeah,
wrong
you're
words?
right. You got it right.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 of these. All right. All right. Wits observation. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I did get a success, but I got an alien. So
All right. So you won't succeed at what I'm looking for, but go ahead and give me the panic test.
give me the panic test. All right, I'm good there.
All right. Now the other thing you want to do is.
So if I already think that Bateman might be losing it.
Mm-hmm.
If he starts to try and move towards the door,
Yep.
I'm going to make an attack.
You're gonna attack, or you're gonna
Wow.
set yourself between the 2.
I'm going to attempt to restrain Bateman. Because I think whatever that alien organism is might be having an effect on him, and I don't want to risk him getting out of the ship.
Okay. So
I'm not going to try and like punch him and pummel him and
Right,
do damage, but I'm going
right.
to try and restrain him, which is making it an attack.
Marshall, are you seeing this?
All right, so hold up. I don't think that you would. I don't think you would put hands on him being in these reasonably fragile suits. What I think you would do, and you
gotta
can tell
get-
me if I'm wrong, is you would interpose yourself between him and the door. So he's going to have to go through you to get out,
'Cause you've
and
got
just
big
be
old
ready.
sausage
That's the
fingers.
way I think of it. So basically, you would be on
I thought I
Overwatch
was
to
already closer
attack
to the door
if he
than
comes.
everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to step in I'm going to get in the way, and if he tries to persist, then I'm going to go ahead and make an attack action.
No, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm going
So
to take
no
it.
reason
I'm going
to
to get. Yeah, I'm going
persist.
Oh,
to.
you're
I guess-
overwatching that action.
Yes.
All
I
right.
feel like I'm about to throw up in my suit, and you guys are keeping me from getting back to the showers and
All right,
decontaminating.
so hold
it.
there
I
for a
don't-
sec. I want to get Marshall Baird on the queue here.
If anybody should understand,
Okay.
it's the doctor.
So here's the thing. If Langtree, now I'm pulled 2 places. If Langtree's going.
Time for Marshall to do his
forward,
babysitting and get us all
I'm
back.
gonna say, I'm gonna say, wait, Dr. Langtree, if something's in there, we can't have you getting hurt. God damn it, Bateman, Rictor, stop fucking around over there for 2 seconds. Everyone, calm down.
He's been exposed, Marshall. We can't.
I haven't
We
been
can't let him out of the
exposed. My
ship until we
suit's
figure out what we're
fine.
dealing with.
Hey, Bateman, you
Look.
can't. Okay.
I'll show you my hand
So-
and wave it.
Show me
I'm
the other
gonna-
one.
I'm gonna
Nothing's
whistle
going on.
into the microphone.
All right.
Show me the other
that is-
hand.
so that is piercing. That's going to stop everyone.
Show me the other hand.
So-
What happened?
Bateman,
There was a
Rictor,
whistle, like a painful whistle in
stand
everybody's head.
still and be quiet for 30 seconds. I'm gonna wrap the foot. We will get off of this plane.
Manipulate roll. I'm going to give you a +2 to your roll.
Can I aid? Because I want.
You can aid 2. Yes, you can do the aid. For the 2 of you, go ahead and make your manipulation roll in defense, and you are trying to be manipulated.
want
Oh,
If
I'm
you're
trying to be
going
manipulated.
I
to.
don't want
I mean,
to
it's a
oppose
choice.
it. I agree to
Well,
be quiet.
but she's saying to be quiet and stay where you are.
Would you just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Okay,
have done
so I
that
don't have to worry
anyway.
about it. Wait. So in that case, then Rictor, you may not have to. We may not have to make a roll.
I'm
I'm
not.
say, wait a minute, how did I get drawn?
If
Lance-
you would
Lance
listen,
I'm not
not-
doing anything suspicious. I'm
So
just
Lance
trying-
is going to stand still.
He put a hand in the air trying to
Yeah.
say, look, I'm
with the
good.
metapad. I'm like, look, it's fine. This is, you can see the slime from the thing on my arm still. It
What-
attacked this
when you put one hand in the air, what's the other hand doing?
It's just sitting there.
It's
Oh,
like
oh, he's sitting there.
palming
Okay.
a device. It's palming a sample.
So if he
that
stops,
you don't
would
know
you
about.
stop?
Right. It's this. You just.
Well,
it's
I'm,
like,
I'm going to stand in front of the door because
you're there. No. You're there.
Okay, yeah, because
All right.
before anybody gets off this thing,
So
I'm gonna
everybody is
confer with the doctor
not
and the marshal.
calm, but everyone is currently in control.
Oh my God, we're all
Bateman
gonna
is
be
not
infected.
shoving to get out of the door,
No, I.
and Rictor is not doing anything other than blocking him from going if he chooses to, and you are on Overwatch to make that attack.
Correct.
So, this has been said. Now, what are we doing, Baird?
I'm gonna
Because
say-
I know what Langtree's doing.
Langtree, let me put it on the leg. Better if anything bad happens to me than somebody who's gonna be able to fix this crap.
You have to be certain that you're sealing it.
I can do that. That shouldn't be hard. I can do that, and it's safer this way.
Doctor, I apologize to ask, but what is going on in there?
We don't have time. Let me do this.
Fine,
think?
tape it.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this stuff.
And I'll answer Morris and I'll say.
You can assist him with the medical aid roll to seal the fluid.
Yes,
do
you
we
can.
have to? Do we need to?
Of course.
Okay.
You don't need to. You always can.
I shall.
All right. So every success you make is going to add to him. You're like, wait,
I
don't
have-
put that there.
Do I
that
roll
over here.
stress?
Be careful,
You
Marshal.
have any stress that
We
you
are
had, you
all
don't have
in
new
danger
stress.
here. We need to get out of here as soon as possible, and you should take caution when dealing with that foot over there.
Wait, when I'm assisting.
My eyes are fixed on
I'm still
Bateman.
confused.
You would roll any
Dude.
stress dice that you actually have. Yes, you just don't have new stress.
Did you say that? So you just said something came out of the thing. Did you say earlier? I forget. Did you say that it wrapped around your hand and you
No.
got free? No, I
No.
thought you said because we asked how did you break free and you said I pulled away from it.
Yes, I did say that.
So
Yes.
did you say?
I literally showed you my hand. Is there any
There's
residue?
there is a tiny bit of moisture on it that you can openly see. It's on the outside, but you can openly see it because he got pulled
So
into
you
the
got
goo of the
something.
leg.
There's something.
Yeah,
And it's on
I
this
have
hand,
proof that
which
this
is why
happened.
you might not even be looking
If you
at the other
guys
hand.
keep okay, let me not. I sound like a biatch, but if Bateman and Rictor begin talking and arguing again, then I will roll manipulate roll.
No, I'm just saying.
quiet
we
for
were
a
supposed
second.
to be quiet.
It's
That's
important
true.
to note that
That's
from,
true.
from
You're
Rictor's
right.
eyes, that hey, look, I think
didn't
he's
oppose
been
it. I was supposed to
exposed
be
to
quiet.
something, and
Right.
it's important that you, as the doc, I'm saying, Doc, you need
Yes.
to check him out. He got exposed to something, and before we get off this thing,
Before we leave the chemical shower, we will all be looked over carefully.
don't you think that before we leave this ship and expose anything outside of the ship, chemical shower or not, that you should take a look at his hand?
It's irrelevant.
I'm gonna try and manipulate the doctor to understand my logic. At least take a look at him before we go outside.
Hold on, back up.
Before
'cause
we
if
go
you
there-
started
See my-
talking,
see
I
my
would have
arm,
rolled
sure.
manipulate first. So if you keep talking, I would manipulate.
Before we go there, and yes, and the other
We're
thing,
just
the
sending
other
it to
thing
chaos.
is, Doc, you can also shut off their suits if you choose to. I don't know
Oh,
if
shit,
that's.
I rolled.
I don't know that
successes
that's
to be
beneficial,
innocent here.
but-
Why are we still going on about this?
I can
this
see the
was-
slime on your hand.
This was the roll.
Technically,
this
you
was
rolled.
it.
No. You rolled 7 successes to not be manipulated by Rictor.
No, it was an opposed manipulation.
It was an
I was
opposed
manipulating
manipulation, me and
him.
you.
Can you
Yes.
flip it back?
It was you and
But
yeah.
Yeah.
let me show you where we're at. So, as Baird is putting on the last
I already
touches,
did this roll.
and Elizabeth is telling you two guys, knock it off. Let me finish what I'm doing here. The tentacle comes up through where the bag is and is going to grab
Thank
at
you.
you.
Tentacle.
There we go.
Vindicating Lance Bateman.
Got him already. Now he's going
I
after Baird.
pop both your suits.
All right.
I
so-
rip her hood off. We're all gonna go down.
So,
Goddamn lamb! I'm gonna shoot out the window.
my first question.
Wilson on the outside. Everything all right in there?
So my first question is going to be Bateman. Would you?
We going to do
Would
initiative?
you be looking over there right
Yes.
now?
Yeah, I'm watching because I'm waiting for it to come out and prove me right.
Okay. Then Rictor, you're next. Would you be watching what they're doing or watching Bateman?
I specifically am watching Bateman.
All right. So I need a wits observation roll from you.
Me?
Okay. Langtree, of course you're watching. Baird, of course you're watching. The three of you who see it will see that tentacle again. Think
You're not even
earthworm,
gonna see
only
the tentacle.
peach colored.
I leap into action
Okay, give
if
me
I
a sec.
can when I'm able to.
3 successes. So absolutely you see it as well. All right. So all 4 of you see a
What do I see?
peach-colored earthworm
The thing.
basically comes out. So he's wrapped the leg.
He
It
had a
comes
success of
snaking
not seeing.
out. It comes snaking out the opposite side of the plastic and wraps around Baird's
Oh shit.
right hand. So it comes out and whoosh, it makes 3 wraps and gets a hold of you. You can feel the strength of
God.
it.
Okay.
So you guys hear in about 2 seconds
Gagging.
more curse words than you've ever thought possible. in
I
that
want to take
time.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the initiative cards out because
Yeah.
we're at the point where we're going to need to have some control here.
So I get
Control the worm.
so I get 2. So
Oh, wait.
now
Wait,
I have a question about the initiative
Don't
deck.
draw cards.
I
Sorry.
have a
Go
question
ahead.
about the initiative deck. when we
Yes.
do
I draw cards first now.
So now, does that say you have something that specifically says you draw cards first?
Yes.
Okay. And I have something that says I draw 2 cards. So how
Yes.
does the order of who draws?
So we both have the same thing here?
Well, no, it doesn't say I draw first. It just says I have fast reflexes.
That's what I have.
Yeah, that doesn't say you draw first.
Yes, it
Oh, then
does.
we both draw first. So,
Yes,
it
it
would,
does.
So
so
hold
it would
up,
go who has
hold
the
up,
highest
hold up.
mobility, right?
You guys
Hold up.
rush him both.
Hold up. Focus on me.
Should be highest mobility
Start with highest agility.
or agility. Right?
Oh.
4.
4.
Okay.
Now Rochambeau.
Now move to mobility.
1.
1.
All right. So hold up.
Now
So now we're rolling just agility and mobility. No stress. None of that other shit. Just rolling
Oh, man.
most successes.
So much easier.
Now just please remember to lift
1.
that.
1.
Oh,
Good
So-
day.
How about we just roll off a d6?
Right.
How about
So here's what I'm gonna have you guys
One.
do.
You got 1. I'm in
I
first.
swear,
you got 1.
So
5.
So do you draw 2 cards
I draw-
or you draw first?
I
So
draw
the reason
2 and
the
first.
reason you have to draw first is because the card that you also drew and discarded has to go back into the deck.
No. Are you sure? Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so I pick which one I
So
want.
draw your 2.
I don't know that it doesn't go to the top of the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
Well,
look
we're
at that
not
talent.
drawing from the top. We're everybody's
Drawing
just
2 cards at random.
Now you take
All right,
a
so
look.
I take one of these.
Keep
All right.
one. Put
And
the
then-
other one in.
Okay.
Give it to
you go, Bateman.
Josh. Josh is now gonna shuffle his. Draw his 2. Put it in, and the other 2 of you guys will get it.
Where did you get fast reflexes?
I bought it a long time ago.
So you're gonna draw any 2 cards you want.
All right.
Pick
all
the
right,
one you
all right.
want.
You didn't. What's good? High or low?
Low is
Low
good.
is best.
Okay.
also said we aren't going to tell you.
Right, I'm keeping my card face
Yes,
down.
everybody
until-
keep it face down. Now, if you'll hand the rest to those 2, you guys each draw a card. Then I will draw a card, and then hold up.
That was great. I mean, I can't believe the two cards I drew.
Oh, never mind.
I never got the
That's
one.
right, we're keeping it. I'm dumb.
So I'm
you
gonna
want
take
straight,
this one.
Pedro?
All right.
So now we can reveal it.
All
So
right, what we
no,
got?
yeah. So go ahead and reveal. But we're gonna- so we're gonna
6.
hold up here.
Man, that's a nice 2. How you like this 1?
Oh, eight.
How you like them?
Blah, 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 blah. So presently, to lay this thing out, there is this whip-like, peach-colored earthworm. Although think more like
Centipede.
like a like a salamander.
Like an
for
aardvark's
texture.
tongue, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that
Not
kind
again.
of
Not
texture.
aardvark, anteater.
Not again.
But think that kind of rough, not slimy. That's the key I'm saying. So when you think earthworm, I think a little slimy.
Salamanders
This
are
is,
slimy too.
but all right, so now because I don't want it to be a lizard, I'm still going to go my
It's a
salamander.
long, like,
Yeah.
you know,
And
yeah.
it's wrapped 3 times around Baird's hand, and it is going to try and pull the hand towards the. Now, when I say opening, it's not a open space. It's just the
Into the necrotic
eaten meat.
wound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
into the necrotic wound.
So I know it's pulling me towards
You
that.
feel it, right? So you know that that's happening. Now, currently, I have Baird directly over it. I have Elizabeth standing just to his left, and then directly in front of the door, I have Rictor standing in front of him, but on the gurney side of Rictor is Bateman. As far as I know, Bateman is facing so he can see
Is that
Oh.
the door there? Or
yeah,
Yeah.
The door there. Basically, you have a 180 view. All right?
Yes.
So you can see from Langtree to the door. In the case of Rictor, you are standing directly facing, so you do not have any sight behind you, but you're fully facing so you can see all 3 of the player characters. The other 2 of you, I have you facing the exact opposite. So again, you're not necessarily seeing behind you, but you can both all see all of the player characters. All right. So, initiative 1.
It's not gonna be good because. Wait, do I have to make detriment to myself? Do I have to make that fear check?
Oh shit!
All of our stress level goes up one when we see the alien, right?
Everybody makes a panic roll, not except Bateman because you've already seen it. You were
7.
waiting for it.
7.
Okay.
It's just 1d6.
1d6.
Good thing, 'cause I would roll 10.
I think I just made everyone's go up.
So it's just
Cool. I only got.
you add the
so
stress
1
to your
plus my
roll?
stress
Yep.
is a 2,
Okay.
So.
So the only person who had a 7 or higher was Dave. So you're nervous. So here's what's happened.
You got 7.
You're already starting to. You're doing the right thing.
Right.
Just so you know, for me as the game master, Rictor's absolutely doing the right thing in my mind. Not the beating up part, but the hey, whoa, nobody leaves this place. So you're like, what in the hell are these guys doing? You're getting uncomfortable. It's like the doc should know the protocols. That's where you're at. So everybody's stress level goes up 1.
Including mine?
Everybody's. Everybody's goes up 1. Now,
And then there were 4.
now we'll step back to Baird.
Okay, so for my action or my okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't panic, but I'm panicking. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
terrifying because I knew it was coming in a sense, but I did not realize that it was gonna be.
So you didn't distrust Bateman.
Yeah.
You know something's there.
I was like, oh shit! But see, if I'm being
You guys.
in my mind, if I'm being pulled towards that opening, my brain, my investigatory brain's like, it's in there.
Yup. And you're covered.
Good.
Can
Good
I?
conclusion.
I mean,
I see why you're the
Langtree's
marshal.
gonna fucking hate me, but this
All
thing's
right.
attacking me.
Go ahead and make me an observation
Yeah, let
roll.
me-
Nope. This is what I'm saying. Observation roll
I'm gonna
only.
choke
No
you.
wits, no stress, just your actual observation.
Do
You're
not
going to add 1 die to that because of the special ability.
Please.
What do you want me
He
to do?
can't fail it. He can just not succeed.
Can I push it?
No. So no successes.
No.
All right. What I was having you roll for is, did your brain connect the scalpels right there? It did not.
Oh, well, player me was gonna go for that next. But,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you
So,
were
are
making the hand gesture like you're going for your gun.
Yeah. Well, if I actually, yeah, you know what?
All right.
Well,
I do wanna see this.
I know that it's there.
Right. I do want to see this. You are a great shot,
Yeah.
but you are trying to shoot something the size of an earthworm. Would you go
And
for your gun?
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
act at all. I mean, I would strangle him to stop him from shooting.
like how big of an
my
earthworm?
player
Like, just
first
that big?
initial.
Are they even that big? No. It's smaller
It's like-
than a pencil's width, and he's
Oh.
drawing a
like
gun.
a cord.
Oh, well, in my
In my-
mind, they were way bigger.
In my mind, I was thinking, oh, there's probably something bigger inside. But now that I think about it, I probably wouldn't.
Because then you would shoot into the
Yeah.
body.
No, that's not my problem. My problem is I actually don't know how big this
Like,
thing
I
is.
Right.
would-
Gotcha.
Shoot him in the head.
I'll grab
No.
the scalpel.
All right. So you grab the scalpel.
Kill
So
you.
your right hand was grabbed. So you grab the scalpel with your left. I assume that is your offhand.
Yes.
All right. So you've got the scalpel with your left hand, and what are you going to do? You're going to try and cut it.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a close
Oh my
combat
God.
roll. We're actually in close combat.
Where are you cutting it?
It's gonna spray juice
You're
all
gonna
over
poke
us.
a hole in your. Okay.
Wait, no. There's
Just
a
pull
line.
away from
I
it.
cut the
There's a
line.
tentacle.
Lance
that's-
Bateman got away from it. I mean, shit.
True. That's a good point.
Very like.
That's good logic. That's
That is
solid
good
logic.
logic. There's like a few things going on in my Sherlock.
Suddenly you're very calm. Well,
I'm
Lance
like,
got
wait a
away.
minute, Bateman got away from it.
Let's kick out of it.
He doesn't even try to tug his arm away. He just looks at it in horror and starts stabbing with the damn scalpel because it's like,
You don't
oh my
think I'm
god.
stabbing my arm? There's a string. Why would I not cut the
No,
I
string?
don't
mean,
know.
The hole, maybe. Stab
I'm
the
just
hole.
picturing you going to like cut it and then it like yanks your arm
Yeah,
down and then you
fair.
poke a hole and then we have to kill you. We have to take you out
Here,
back.
Let me just try and pull away from it.
Are you just going to pull away? So you
Yeah.
grab
Well,
the
do whatever you would do.
So hold up.
And let
You
us
grab
make
the
fun of
scalpel
you.
and realize I might cut the suit, which you don't want to do, and you yank.
Sure, I'm just gonna yank.
I like that. All right.
All right, and that's what was it? It was strength and.
It is
Stamina.
strength and it's stamina. Strength and stamina.
Did you go up
Oh
with
wait, no, that's right. I can use wits for my strength. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I knew somebody had that ability.
1, 2 for my stamina. There it is. Nice. 2 successes.
Nice.
All right.
No aliens.
No aliens. Okay. So 2 successes. You kind of do a similar thing to what he did. You do a little bit of pulling back, but you're also kind of whipping your hand. You're trying to do anything you can, flailing to try and get this doggone thing off of you. And you do succeed. Everybody is going to see as Baird basically pulls at it and then eventually kind of unwinds it and pulls his hand back. The thing whips and it's now whipping around. at nothing. It's just moving back and forth. Who is number 2?
Lance Bateman.
All right.
Okay. So, looking around the room, where are the samples that Dr. Langtree previously took?
They're all from where you are. They are all
Bag
directly.
or pack, like kind of just case.
Yeah, they're all in the bag, packed in front of you.
In the bag, packed in front of me,
Right.
like within kind of close reach.
The word is yeah.
Is it
so the way
sealed?
that the
Is the
game
bag,
allows you
like,
to do
sealed?
for movement.
I guess my question is, would it be within the realm of possibility for someone to accidentally kick the bag or knock the samples over or something?
So you're like here, right?
Not. I mean, you could like run over there.
So I want
You would have to move
Yeah.
away from
Okay.
Richter,
It
which
would
is
be very
away from the
obvious.
door, which is what Richter's been telling you to do anyway. So that's up to you.
So I'm gonna.
But
kinda-
from where you are standing still, you can't kick it.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of hold and see if Richter moves out in front of the door. But my plan is not necessarily to exit.
So you're literally holding.
I just want to wait and see what
So-
Richter does
so-
to see if he helps the marshal or not.
All right, so you're kind of, I'm going to use the word, your overwatch is, or your held action is, the reaction is if Richter moves from the door.
Yes.
Okay, good. Do we have a 3? 4? 4. All right.
All right. So, directly in front of me is what? The doctor?
Directly in front of you are the 2 bodies. So looking at
I'm
you towards
standing
me.
in the door, all right.
Yep.
I'm
There's
looking
so
this
from
way.
where you are, there's 2 bodies.
All right.
But
But I'm looking. My attention's this way towards the commotion.
You're looking at me.
Okay.
Just ignore that. You're looking at me. So there are the 2 bodies, Baird,
When you say the 2
Langtree.
bodies on the gurneys, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Baird, Langtree, and directly next to you is Baird. That's what you see. You presently have full control of all 3 of them for your
Yeah. Right.
field
right,
of vision,
right.
etc.
So, and Baird has gotten his hand away
He's
from this
pulling,
thing,
and
and
this
thing
thing is it's whipping around.
I'm going to attempt to command Baird to shoot that thing.
That's actually the use for it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Unfortunately.
Inside of the plane, you're gonna puncture the hole.
Shoot that thing! Shoot that thing and kill it!
All right.
right,
So
so
go ahead
command,
and
all right.
give me the command roll.
All right. So command roll.
Is there a defense against it? Is it manipulation?
No,
Or-
not
no.
command.
Oh, that's
Not
right.
command.
There's no defense for command.
Just give some bonus.
There we go,
So give me
baby.
the
All right. So I got a success. Well, I got an alien. Hold on. Got an alien. Uh-oh, that's not good.
You get 6.
How not good?
A 10 not good?
Oh, all right.
That actually, I think, is not.
I don't know if that does
So
sound
what
good.
that does is you don't get the action you wanted.
All right. Okay. So,
So
all right.
here's where we're at.
Okay.
The 10 is freeze. You're frozen in fear or stress
Okay.
for your round. You
All right.
lose your next slow action. Your stress level and everyone else's goes up by 1.
Oh,
So it
man.
makes some sense. He's
Oh,
like,
boy.
shoot that fucking thing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do that. Oh, he doesn't, or he says it,
says
but he
it.
doesn't actually
But
help.
yeah,
He hurts us
because
all.
he just kind of
because he freaks us all out.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
But then, and what
Good
sucks
job,
is
Sargent.
everybody's hearing that now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
literally
Christ.
everybody, including Rose.
Rose.
It's like,
Who doesn't
Hey, Rose, call the marshal. Call the major now.
I'm okay with it now, Rose.
Yeah, call the major now, Rose. Now you call the major.
Rose puts you on a private channel.
All right.
I think we're talking.
So
now.
Dr. Morrison comes in and he's a little bit panicked as well. He says, "Doctor, what is going on in there?" And he's going to yell that, and the whip-like thing is going to come out.
It's going after somebody.
Yeah. So 1 and 2, it's Langtree. Otherwise, it's still Baird. So 4. So it's going to go after Cole again,
Right.
and it whips. But you're now you know what's going on, and you back away from it.
yeah, I'm gonna
So
shoot myself if it
all
gets
of
me.
you, everyone is seeing everything. I'll tell you if somebody doesn't. So you guys will see this thing whip at his arm. He gets it out of the way, and it whips back, but it's still doing this, kind of doing the whipping left to right.
Are we all in engaged range inside of this? thing?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Everybody's action, you can take an action to move anywhere inside the ship. It is one movement space for the
One
game.
zone.
One zone.
So we're all in
for
the same
game.
zone, which means we're all at engaged range, which means we
Correct.
can all do, like, for instance, I can make a melee attack against Baird if I wanted. Even though
Correct.
he's on the other side of the gurney.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I have done my 5. We will move up, which I think Langtree is the last one.
Okay,
And you've just got, like I said, you've got
Gotta get this
Morrison
shit
asking,
show under control.
what's
I
going
want to
on?
manipulate everybody in this room.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Or you
Yes.
can try and command. Well, you can only command one person. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can manipulate a group. I'm not sure. You might have to
Let's
check
find
that.
out. Yeah.
I'm
What?
going to let it
you can
happen
set a
because I
difficulty.
understand the idea.
You can set a difficulty on these
Yep.
things, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if the difficulty should be every hit that's rolled out.
Well, I think the way difficult, no, it's a threshold. So common tasks don't have a threshold of 1,
So
but
there's
some things are
3
more
of you,
difficult. You
I
might
mean-
have 2, you might have 3.
3
you
would
know,
make
that
sense
kind
to me because there's 3 of
of-
you.
And you're trying to manipulate everybody, yeah, maybe.
We have 6 stress dice.
I only have,
I have 4.
5.
I'm
Man,
gonna-
how did you guys get away from all the stress?
I'm
It's a
about to
stressful
throw-
Well, I
situation.
stressed everyone else out, on one of mine where it didn't stress me.
I'm ready
out.
for you.
All right, so these are opposed rolls, right?
This will be, but let's see if she
Is
gets
there a
any before
threshold,
everyone
or is
else
it just
has
a
to roll.
standard test?
Let's just see if she makes the roll at all. Let's start.
Let's see. Let's see, shall we?
Are you gonna roll?
Right now, Sequoia is just holding the dice above
So
the
is,
dice
I guess I'm
rolling
trying to
tray.
understand. Are we making an opposed roll right now?
You may. Hang on.
So she's making the roll.
Oh my god. Well, no alien.
I got 2 successes.
So,
Okay.
What is the
If it's
what,
Do
opposed,
I have
we-
to decide now if I push?
what is the manipulation?
I guess I'm trying to
I
understand.
am gonna. Oh, should I say what I'm gonna say and
I
then we
think
roll
so
on it?
because
Okay.
I might not oppose.
What I'm gonna
depending
say
on-
is, if you shoot a gun inside of this cavity, you will puncture the cabin and doom the planet. Do not shoot.
Okay. Now,
You just gotta be a good shot, Baird.
having said that,
who would oppose such a message?
so having
Yes,
said
good question,
that,
Josh.
does anybody want to oppose that manipulation?
Well, so just trying to understand how the manipulation works. So she's not really manipulating us. She's just saying, hey,
I guess
if
I'm
you
saying
shoot,
that
she's
you
just
disagree,
informing us.
it's
If
manipulation.
you shoot, and so if Baird decided on his turn, I'm gonna shoot it.
He would
Then
then
he would
have
have
to
to
roll
make-
against it. Correct.
Got you.
Nice. I like
And
that.
at that point,
Yeah.
I could push, or do I have to decide
Yep.
now?
You could push it that.
Okay, so I
point.
have 2 successes. I'll write that down.
Right. No problem. So is it? would
I'm
any-
gonna oppose it just
Right, go
naturally. Okay, so 3,
naturally.
4, 5,
fucking it out.
and then because I have the nerves of steel. All right, and then I also get my 5 stress dice. Okay, cool.
You're gonna roll an alien and fuck us.
Yes, I rolled an alien.
He did. He rolled.
Just
an
so you know, I rolled 2 aliens. But I did get a success, but that not got matter. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll my. Okay, that's not good. So that's a 10. That's
All right.
so that's everyone's goes up again.
No, 10.
No,
one's
you don't
goes
get
up.
to do your thing.
I just had a 10 last time.
No.
No, last time was you didn't get to do your command.
Right. It doesn't go through, and you freeze. You are still frozen. Nothing has changed.
But doesn't part of 10 say that
No.
the stress level?
No.
Because we just, okay.
Let's see. Let me
Because
see.
previously you got a 7 or a 6.
Read 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's stress level.
Everybody's
goes
stress
up.
level goes
Should
up.
we
That's
go-
what Dave was trying to do. Just so you know.
No, it wasn't. But I mean, I know that I raised it last time because I rolled that dumb 10,
All right.
God, my stomach hurts.
and I can't push it. So
So, Sequoia, for you,
Okay, so now I'm
that was
gonna
a slow action.
I'm gonna
right?
make everything worse and say I need a specimen.
Are you fucking kidding me, Dr. Langtree? This thing just grabbed. And then now I'm looking at my wrist. I'm like, is there any fucking holes in this thing?
there's no holes, but you can see you can see where it's touched you. It's slime, blood, gore.
I want to go to the bag,
Okay.
and what I'm gonna pull out is some. It is my turn.
No, she still has a move.
It's still her
Oh,
turn,
move, yeah. Move,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, can I get things out of the bag with my movement?
No.
No,
You can
just
you're
I
gonna move
move
yourself to the back.
To the bag.
All right. So presently, I'm gonna lay it out again. Baird is currently standing by the whipping tentacle. Dr. Langtree has quickly moved around the lab tables, the gurney, and is at the bag where I've written on the thing.
The bag of samples, not
Right.
the bag. It's a bag of equipment, or is
Well,
the
I
bag of
figured
samples?
it
Or
was
are they
just
the
like
same
both.
bag?
Yeah.
This is going to be a both thing.
Okay.
It's just like a duffel or whatever.
She moves past
Okay.
Bateman, who is still standing with himself with
Watching-
full view of the entire...
Watching Sergeant Rictor freeze
Right.
over and over, they can
And-
like help
and-
us, and then he just freezes.
Right. Well,
Twice.
Yeah, it's hard to say because in the game terms, it's not like he just suddenly goes rigid.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
not
he just-
catatonic,
yeah.
but I haven't acted on this organism yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
hey,
know, but he's just standing there.
keeping my
I mean-
distance.
So
mean,
we're going to
shouldn't you be
step back
doing
to
something?
one Baird.
Sorry, I didn't bring my pulse rifle.
I'm like really wishing I had also brought my knife now too.
You got a scalpel.
I mean, what? There's no. It's over on the table.
Oh, I thought you picked it up.
No.
I thought you picked it up too.
Grab it, dude. I still have it.
No,
I
no,
thought you
he
picked it up.
decided not to pick up the scalpel because you wrenched
hold
away.
it.
If I'd known that, I would have picked the scalpel up, bro.
I mean, if I look around, I don't see any slashing implements. I don't
You see the scalpel.
There's a scalpel.
Yeah, there's a
That's
scalpel.
it.
And I look and I say, Langtree, you want me to what? Scalpel a piece off of it?
No, I'm getting forceps. Actually, yes, we will after I get the forceps.
Let me clamp it. Right. Yeah, grab it.
Say-
Go, Langtree.
Fucking goddamn.
We have to know what kills it.
Yeah, well, I'm just not gonna be happy about it. Give me the goddamn forceps, and I'm gonna hold my
Can I,
action until I
throw
get-
them?
All right. No,
Or
no,
I can,
No.
if I can
that's
hold-
On
holding
my
an action.
turn.
That's
Okay.
good. 2 is Lance. Are you still holding?
No. I've lost confidence that Sergeant Rictor is going to actively participate in this crisis, and so now I'm going to have to participate. I'm going to have
All
to.
right, go get him, buddy.
Can't wait to see this one.
But unfortunately, Dr. Langtree.
You started this whole mess.
He's gonna slip on
I
a
didn't
banana
start
peel.
it. The worm in the hole started the whole mess.
You're all pulling off jerky strips off of the dead guy, right?
That's exactly what we're in here for. I am an amateur medical technician doing
You
medical technical
sneaky little
things.
son of a bitch.
All right, you're gonna have to
This
deal
is
with
You
Nothing
are
to
an
do with me.
opportunistic
That's
core
right.
who looks for
You're
a
a
way.
weasel.
So
What's
go
he
ahead.
gonna do?
So,
Yeah, let's hear this.
So,
This will be good.
so what I would like to do is I would like to use the opportunity of the flailing tentacles to kind of stash my sample somewhere, like maybe under the gurney of the other guy.
How about just so there are a lot of options. I'm not even going to worry about where.
Yeah.
It is no problem for you to do that. Just give me a mobility roll.
Oh, God.
And you're going to add 1 to it.
And
So
did we
add
get
one
an
die.
opposed observation to see him?
If anyone chooses to look, yes.
Oh man,
I'm
I'm not
focused.
fucking looking
Yeah,
anywhere
no.
but this.
are you really looking at me while this is happening? I mean, just ask
in
yourself
In
that.
fairness, yeah, it's up. You really have to think about that, Dave. Would you? But he has been focused on you, so I'm not going to say it's not.
I know, me neither.
Oh, there's that alien again. All right.
Don't worry about the alien. It's
Of
you're
course.
literally in your case looking. You're already frozen.
Well then,
5 successes? You hide that shit real good.
I'm gonna push it.
You won't be able to push because you did roll the alien.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't push it. Yeah.
And that's what I figured. With everything that's going on, all that Lance has to do is
I just slip it.
all,
You're gonna,
Company man, but I'm not
you're gonna
really a bad
carry
guy. I'm just a normal
infectious
guy.
tissue.
all right, so
Doing company man
come back in for a sec. So it's easy for Lance to stash it. You're basically looking at a seat, like a cushioned seat. He just kind of pushes it there and he's done. So what are you doing for the
So
other
I want to
part of
go
your action?
help.
That's
I'm going to help the marshal since the sergeant has frozen in the line of duty.
right. But what does that mean? I'm fine with you taking pot shots
I'm gonna-
at Rictor, but what does that mean?
Okay, I'm gonna kind of hesitantly like walk over, like see if I can grab one of the tentacles.
There's
There's only one tentacle, so you're gonna
so
make
you're
a close
gonna grab
combat
it?
attack.
I'm gonna
I
try
love
to
it.
grab it.
Close combat
That's
attack.
awesome. Close combat. Do it.
Okay.
You're gonna grab.
That's
So,
great.
so
gonna
grab
grab for
when
it.
you grab it, you gotta succeed, and if he gets a stun, he can start a grapple
Yep.
with it. Yeah.
Okay, so I only have 2 in close combat,
Okay.
but I do have
cards,
7 stress.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, so that's what 1, 2.
Oh my god.
That's how we're getting shit done right now is through stress.
I do love the
Okay,
idea
so
of
no aliens and
alien.
2 successes.
Oh my god.
Wow! All right,
Yeah.
so for everybody who's watching, he has grabbed it at the end of it.
Cut it, Marshall. Go
So he's
ahead.
pulling it.
Go ahead. Now's the time.
Now, you are holding your action. Your original plan was to hold the action for the forceps to grab it, but there's your forceps if you want to do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll.
Can we talk out of turn?
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
say, yes, cut it. I'll get a jar.
Okay,
And Morrison comes out, what are you cutting?
Wait, who's got the scalpel?
I'm about to go pick it up.
Okay.
He's got a held action to do that.
So I'll say, God damn, Bateman, I didn't think I. And I'll slash at him.
Okay,
At
so
at him.
I have to do this. Give me the close combat roll.
Well, your initiative now becomes 3.
Oh God! Don't hit me.
All right.
How
Please
come?
don't hit me.
Because I think when you held an action, when you go.
No, his was a reaction to something. So you hold until that comes up. And it's effectively Overwatch. Is the way I've been running it.
Okay.
My stomach really is in knots right now.
I'm like, man, this is stressful. Feel the
I'm
same
pushing
way.
it. I gotta push it.
No successes?
Almost an alien, but
Oh
I
my
was left with-
God!
Adding that stress. Damn.
Oh,
There's the alien.
Two
The alien.
aliens, but 5 successes.
But now you're adding how many with
All
the
right.
one you just
So
got?
hold up. So the first thing I want to know
what
is
a roll.
what is the stress roll?
2 1s and 5 6s.
Ooh, this could be a lot.
Ooh, no, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's all
Seven.
of our stress
Okay.
goes up one.
Nervous twitch.
Yes, but it's not lose an action, and that's the key.
The stress. Wait. Nervous twitch. Yes.
Your stress. and
Everybody's
everyone
goes up
else's.
1. But
I've never been.
you are
this high in
successful.
levels of stress.
And I'm going to assume with 5 successes, slice right through it. So, slow motion, because you guys have all been waiting for this. There's the spray of blood, which looks green in color, that goes up and makes a trail that you can all see and lands off the side of the gurney along the wall and onto the floors. And you see the remaining part of the tentacle pulls back into the body.
Does the blood sizzle?
No. So you got the tentacle. It's the creature is back inside. We are going to move now to Lance has moved.
Is it still like flopping around in my
No,
hand?
it does for a moment, and then it just is done. And it's dripping.
Okay, so I want to stuff it in whatever containment thing.
You don't have it yet.
Oh,
Richter,
we had a
Richter will
container.
I'm
lose,
on my
has
way.
lost his next action. Your
I've
next
lost my
slow-
next
slow action.
I still have a fast action.
Right, and what are you going to do? Because you are next.
So the thing has been severed. It's spraying yellow ichor all over the
It
place.
did one stream of it, and now, depending on how Bateman's holding it, it's
I'm just
dripping.
holding it in the
Remember.
air.
It's
like a water hose that won't shut off.
This is just like
Let me
spring
see
break.
the screen there for the action list. I want to just take a look and see if it's
For fast action.
Fast action. So it's a fast
I'm
action.
just soon how to get my bowels done.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. All right, this may sound a little crazy, but that's what I want to do.
Okay.
So, fast action is draw a weapon. I'm gonna draw a weapon.
Fuck.
Oh no.
What weapon?
Bears.
Oh shit.
No, because it would require you to move to him as
Nope.
well.
So that's why I asked specifically. We're all in the same zone. I don't need to move. He's in the same zone.
Surely
We're
you gotta,
engaged
like,
range.
I still will not
something,
let
draw
you
somebody's
magically
weapon.
leap over 2 gurneys and around. No, I'm going to tell you all of it. And around Bateman, who's currently. Remember, you guys are in those large suits, and he's blocking
Bateman is
you.
the hero of this moment, you guys. Like,
All right, then I guess I don't do anything.
Okay,
leap
so
around
hold.
Bateman.
So we're going to move to Elizabeth.
I switch from forceps to a jar,
Okay.
and then use my move action to carry it over to Baird. Or
Okay.
Who's holding it? Bateman.
I have it. Yeah.
All right, so
I
you
have
cram it in there.
Stuff it
So
in
it's still oozing
Okay.
as you put the top. I mean, it's nothing to get it in there and crank it down. Are you doing anything? Oh no, you already got rid of it.
Yeah, I
So-
stuffed it in there and I flick all the gunk off my
So here's
hand.
where you're at. There's nothing moving around the open wound. You have not completely sealed it yet. You have the, again, earthworm thickness, kind of peach-colored tentacle piece that he's got. It was a good-sized piece, but
Are
it was
we-
stretched, so it's not quite as long. Closed, completely closed in the specimen jar.
Are we still in initiative?
We don't have to be.
I
That's why I'm
want to
asking,
look
what are
to
you
see
doing?
if there's any kind of X-ray wand or something like that.
There would be effectively something like that.
Would it transmit outside to Howard?
You certainly, yeah, because you'd be using the medical. He can get it as well.
Oh, but I could see it myself.
I'm sorry, let me start again. There is such a thing inside the ship
Yeah.
with you.
Yes.
He could see what comes up.
That's fine. But can I see it, or would it just transmit to him?
No, you would see it.
Okay.
He can see it.
Gross. Okay, so I'm now.
So
gonna...
Morrison is still like, Doctor, what in the hell is going on in there?
Okay. So what I'm gonna say is, one of the patients, and I'm sure I would know his name. So I'll. Did you name them?
I didn't name him.
Wait.
Patient A.
Patient Foot has had a parasitic worm inside of his leg, the same foot that was what we previously assumed was a flesh-eating bacteria. I'm now concerned that there are some kind of airborne. I don't know enough to guess, but what we've learned is that there's more going on than just the bacteria. I'm going to X-ray to see if there are other worms inside of him.
Very good. I'll have Howard run the feed out here as well.
Take pictures, or I don't know, screen grabs.
Yes, of course.
If it's
Is anyone inside injured? Any of your party injured?
at this time, no.
Good.
But if there are airborne eggs,
The shower should take care of all of that.
I know.
Unless it's something that we haven't seen before.
We need to get something to Cyprus. We need to put them on lockdown.
Rose chimes in. She says, I can tell them to lock down, but these were the only two affected, and I just got the reports you had asked me on. Nothing else up there. They're not aware of anything else. However, Doctor, if you'll go solo channel.
Yeah.
She says, however, LaSalle Bio National has asked what the status is. And this is coming from very high up. I told them to wait. This is, and I haven't picked the name, but it's the main
The
name for the
liaison.
person that you liaise with, right? And she says he's been asking for updates on what's happened.
Thank you for telling me, Rose.
Of course. All right, so then once you're done talking with Rose, what's your next step? Again, Dr. Morrison is over and over again, short of being like ridiculously pushy, he keeps asking, Doctor, what is going on in there?
I will debrief when I come out. So from this point, I have all my samples. I have a little wormy. I wanted X-ray.
All right.
But should I X-ray or should I get the samples to the lab?
Langtree, we need to get the hell out of here. If that isn't there, what about... Wait a minute. What about that one that was looking all pale earlier?
I'm gonna take the X-ray wand and go over to the pilot B.
All right, so you're going to go over to the co-pilot. Basically, I envision you got a box which you carry that then has a connection to it.
Okay.
So you're now coming towards Rictor. What are you doing?
Nothing.
All right, so you're hold at the door.
Surprise,
What
surprise.
are you two doing?
You know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to open the door and I'm going to step out.
Okay, so you guys hear you don't
So-
have it locked out.
No,
So you're
what
gonna
I'm
hear.
yeah, okay.
You're going to hear the containment break, and you're going to step out. Immediately, Howard is like, "Hey, what's going on? You guys are already open. You didn't warn us that you're coming out."
Howard, silence.
Can't spend any more time in there with the alien organism. I need to report to my unit.
I'm gonna go solo with Rictor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, can you let me just do an X-ray to make sure that there is other bodies in this one, and then we can leave the tent and contact Fergus.
Yep.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually does it open and shut, or does it not open? I don't know the speed at which you guys did things.
I think he opens it and stands outside. Is that what you just said?
Well, I was going to step out, right?
But he.
But
So you
if
can
you're
step
saying,
out,
hey,
but Lance
you know-
Oh
Bateman
yeah,
can't
I
leave
was
when he's
fine with
sick.
that. I just asked you to not contain you outwards, so you could open the door. And
Oh,
stand
so
outside.
you're
Yeah,
actually
I
so
step
you're
out.
in the.
I'm in the decontamination
Yeah.
bath. Or
You're in the
whatever.
Is
first
the door
chamber.
Yeah,
open or shut?
The door of the ship?
Yes.
Would you have closed it behind you?
You want me to close it?
Yes.
Yeah, close it.
Okay, I'll
we'll
close
be
it.
right out.
All right. So as soon as it shuts,
Don't let the stank out.
so you guys can all hear kind of a panic as they're like, you need to get wash rinse A going, and blah, 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 and you get the whoosh, exactly what you would expect from it, and then since you're still standing there, that comes on, the basically the dryer comes on, the clear thing comes on, and then Howard's going to say, is somebody coming through? I mean,
Howard, stand down. We'll
yes,
be out
doctor.
shortly. I will update you when I'm able to.
Okay.
Please silence.
Okay, so everybody is now silent. All right.
Then I'm
so
gonna see if there's
inside,
worms in this man.
you are going over to the co-pilot. What are you two doing? You're on the far side of the gurneys.
I'm following Dr. Langtree. I'm now fully in the zone of a medical professional, and I am on the job. So I'm waiting to see if I'm needed from Dr. Langtree.
Okay. Oh.
At this point, I'm just sticking with Langtree. If she's still
Okay.
in here, I'm keeping an eye on the leg body
Okay, the foot that you
Yeah.
just sealed up? Okay.
Yeah, that we.
And you have not wandered over that. You're going to the...
Yeah.
Okay.
I know there's worms in that guy. I don't need to prove it.
All right.
No confirmation.
All right. So who is... So I've got Langtree over the body. Who is next in line? Because the two of you cannot...
Yeah, I'm
basically
behind.
decide.
I'm at. Lance Bateman is behind Dr. Langtree.
All right. So then Cole is behind that. I have Rictor basically in the chute.
Yes.
Okay. So, Dr. Langtree, just give me a what's it called? Medical aid. Give me a medical aid roll.
I'm here if you need my my cooperation roll.
Sure, go for it.
Like, lend you my medical aid. I did just.
I mean, I figure you're.
I did just
breathing down my
level up
neck.
medical aid.
Yeah, I can kind of see it with him basically backdoor sonaring.
And I got a bunch of stress, so that's good.
What you got?
So I got 2 and an alien.
So I can roll 2
And
more.
my stress roll is
You have 8, right?
11.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, all right.
11.
Well, so you won't get the extra one for him.
Are you kidding? I just rolled all 6s.
Take one away.
What? Seriously?
The extras that he got, they were 6s.
Oh, man.
Okay, wait. You said 2, right? That's how many I rolled extra.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would have been helpful, but
So-
instead.
11.
Oh, that's gross. Oh my god.
Oh, no, it's
no.
so
Yeah, stay
far.
away from
It's
that.
so much worse than that.
Oh, no.
11 is seek cover. This is the way
Oh, no,
Rictor
yeah, that's
reduces
great.
stress. So your stress goes down by 1.
Oh, yes.
Your 2 stress goes up.
I'll
by
go and
1.
hide behind the gurney that I
As
stashed.
he's like, all right,
The
wait.
sample, yeah.
I'm, at first you're thinking, oh, this is a good idea. Let's go see if it's there. And so you're like,
Yeah.
wait, if that thing comes out.
that's great.
So you go onto the far side of the gurney.
Oh, wait, no, I wasn't
push
ready for
past
this.
Rictor. I mean, sorry. You go to the far side of the gurney. You push past Baird.
Yeah, so I'll go take cover on the other side of the gurney from here.
Okay.
Closer
Which
to the door.
means,
Yeah.
This has no effect on me. I continue X-raying.
all right. So you run the wand over with how many successes actually?
With 2.
All
2.
right. So I'm going to assume that you're going to do that body first,
I'm just doing this guy, honestly.
right? And then you're going to probably do the next one.
Maybe, depending
All
on
right.
what I find.
So running through this one, the immediate thing is to hit the leg. So as you start wanding the leg, you notice that there is deterioration of the muscle inside the leg area. You are confident that whatever has affected the foot and the abdomen is affecting this in the same way.
Okay.
Oh my god, Dr. Langtree, watch out. There could be worms in there. Oh my god, I just don't know what
Silence,
to do right now. Oh my
Bateman.
god. There could be worms in all these people. We're all going to get overrun by our worms. Oh my god, there's worms everywhere.
So as you are...
I cut Lance's.
You shut his off so no one can hear him?
Yeah.
So...
Probably as soon as he starts to, like, rambling. No. You sound like what are those guys called? Auctioneer. Got one here, 2 worms, 3
So,
worms.
Dr.
I just used my
Morrison...
skills immediately for making others
Dr.
panic.
Morrison says, Doctor, you realize that in your bag you do have nap relief. Right? That's the one that brings stress to 0?
Yes.
Okay. So he tells you that, and it's not, you don't take that, you shouldn't take that as an insulting thing.
Yeah.
That's just
How do you
him.
inject
And
it?
I respect Morrison?
Mm-hmm. Morrison.
Morrison enough not to point out that we're all inside of balloons.
Well, do you have like an injection port on these suits?
No, there's no
Is that like
injection
something
port.
that you might have in the future where you...
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Yes, there is a way to get it into him.
Yeah, see?
It's not in the neck.
I guess if he doesn't stop, if he just continues talking, that's fine. But if he starts doing other things,
Well, you shut him off so you don't know what he's
Actually,
doing.
I'm still
I
talking,
wouldn't
but you
have shut
can't
him
hear me
off.
anymore.
I would have just 1-to-1 us. It's
Okay.
not bothering anybody else. I don't want to leave him alone in there.
All right, so you're 1-to-1 with him.
Yes.
All right, very good. So wanding over, you go down, you've got that area, you can see that whatever's happening is happening there. Down to the feet, nothing. Coming up, you find the tail end of basically the same type of thing. It is maybe this long, where the one that you saw was more like this long. It is this long, and it is connected to some kind of a head. Think in terms of like an octopus with a single tentacle. And that head currently is lodged right up next to his kidneys.
Okay.
Well, kidney.
All right.
It is just sitting there. It does not. But it does appear to have some kind of a
I'm gonna look in the same place on the pilot.
nothing.
Nothing
In
at
fact,
all.
as you wander around, you don't know that's the only place they go. As you wander around, nothing.
Okay. I think at this point, let me think for a second to make sure there's nothing else I want to do.
You can hear everybody breathing.
I can only hear Bateman.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Well,
That's
can
right.
I hear everybody else?
No. You're one-on-one with Bateman.
Are you still
so
jabbering?
Rictor
Oh,
and
yes.
Baird, you guys
Yes,
can
I
hear
am.
everybody is heart rate's up. You can hear, you can hear everyone breathing. Nobody's like slurping or anything gross, but you can just hear all the breathing within the mass.
Am I still like getting showered and all that?
No, you just got the one run through, and that's when he's like, he basically assumed you were coming out, and when you don't move, that's why he asked, "Are you?"
What is it? I go through one chamber and then there's another shower thing.
So
or something?
there's a single chamber, there's the single main chamber, which is the shower chamber, where you get all that stuff happens. Then you move from that one into the anterior room. Then you'll watch that orange light go to green, and then you step out. Well, or at least assume that's it because you stepped in that way. And honestly, I think you would have been through something like that before. I don't think this should be new to you.
You guys all finished up in there?
I can't hear you. But so what I'm going to say is,
The doctor doesn't respond.
Lance, can you hear me?
I'm gonna wait 5 minutes and then
Okay.
I'm going to go into the next chamber.
Yeah. I mean, Doctor, we are not.
Listen, hey, we're leaving now.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you
that's
pulled
good.
together?
Yeah. No. I'm ready to go. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to switch back to open.
I'm just like, what the hell are you two talking about? What the fuck is going
Howard, we're all going to be into the first chamber within the next 15 seconds.
So, Doc, begging your pardon, but this is scans for 2. Who are we scanned here? He
And
says,
for 2? What does that mean?
well, you've only scanned, you've got 2 scans. You asked me to keep the filming of it.
We're
So
starting.
who am I identifying?
Wait. These are the 2 pilots. The first pilot is blah blah blah.
Yep.
The second pilot is blah
So
blah blah.
co-pilot A and pilot B.
Yeah.
So he's got that. He says, I didn't get the readouts for the other ones. Did you do it on?
No,
Yeah.
not at this time.
As we're leaving, I'm gonna look to you and the symbol. If I figured it out what you guys were doing, I like give that symbol or like just like
I'll switch over. I'll make it quick.
All right. So now you guys are just one-on-one.
Make it quick, please.
Langtree. What are we gonna do about this? This can't get out, whatever it is. And these people, if this stuff is in them, they can't. Are we gonna?
I'd like to tell everyone at the same time what my plan is.
I want to just to remind you from last week. You know that there is a way effectively to incinerate the interior of
Yeah,
the
I
ship.
remember.
Okay,
very...
I'm sorry.
Damn.
All right.
And I'm gonna look at you and say, whatever you have to do, it's gonna be the right choice. But this is gonna be a tough one.
I'm switching back to open comm.
Yep.
No.
I'm pushing open the door.
While they're talking, I would love to grab my sample. If
Well,
possible.
they're talking and then they're walking out, so I have no trouble with you grabbing the
I'd
sample.
love
Now,
to grab my sample
I
before this
wanna-
entire plane is
I want to be
incinerated.
clear. You have no pockets.
Right, but she's bringing out a bag of samples as well, right?
Did you grab the sample bag?
I will volunteer
Yeah,
to grab
I
the
wouldn't
sample
leave
bag
with
if
our
she
stuff.
left the sample
Okay,
bag.
so
I will
he-
grab it.
He offers if you want, because you're gonna leave.
I'll get the
X-
samples, Dr. Langtree.
You're gonna leave the X-ray machine where it is by the 2 pilots.
You guys were focused on other things. You were going to forget the sample bag. Thankfully,
I would
Lance Bateman was there
Not.
to grab the sample bag.
No. Okay.
All right, but so let me get back to that in just a second. You leave the X-ray machine where it is
Yes.
next to the 2
I
pilots.
would have left
Okay.
everything that was already in here.
As the 2 of you stand up to move, Lance Bateman is there with the sample bag. He doesn't have it. I wouldn't imagine he's
I'm
holding it some
surprisingly
weird
cognizant
conspiratorial
for my
way.
panicking.
I would reach for
My
it.
panic. I'll hand it to you.
Okay, and then we will leave.
Okay.
I'll be the last out. I'll close the door behind me and seal it.
Which of the 2 of you goes first? I'm assuming Lance, but
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Bateman and nod
I can't
at you.
imagine that you wouldn't be trying to get out
no.
first.
At that point,
Okay.
yeah.
So tell me what you are doing to shield your sample.
I'm still holding up the facade that I'm physically ill from this situation. So occasionally, like as we're walking, I'll kind of double over and like try to withhold a riotous vomiting incident inside my suit because just the thought of that makes me want to throw up. But not throwing up will be my at least from the outward perspective, my major objective. So if anybody kind of throws suspicion my way, then I'll just double over and kind of hide my sample. And
Just a sidebar for kudos. I love that you play into his like mealy mouth, pathetic thing. Like I think that's really fun.
Very good.
I think that it's
yeah,
unexpected.
nobody would stare at that guy.
Yeah, I think it's really intelligent.
Manipulation
Kudos.
goes beyond just talking a good talk.
So, the sample itself, the sample container you've got, look, if you look at my hand, will fit in your hand like this.
Yeah.
So
So
with
I'm
the
kinda
glove,
palming
it's
it.
pretty much completely covered.
Right.
However, I do want to remind you that what's spraying over you and being doused around you is going to get
Yeah.
around the
So
area.
being first, no, I want to let it douse the outside of the container,
Okay.
right? Because I want to do the same thing that Dr. Langtree is doing to her sample. So like when we're in there, I'll kind of hold it in front of me and look over and see what she's doing and kind of do the same thing. so
Rictor,
that-
do you envision that you are looking towards the ship or towards the outside anteroom?
I'm looking towards the ship because I'm
All
waiting for
right.
them.
You see Bateman coming in. Go ahead and give me a wits observation
Yeah, again,
roll.
like,
Yeah.
kinda like
He
this.
looks. He's kind of doubled. He's kind of doubled over.
there
He
like
does
an
not
acting
look
roll?
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's what I'm acting. Yes,
Which is just manipulative.
yes.
It all just kind of falls back to that.
And this, of course, you guys are going to all get the same, and you're going to get it a second time.
I
Rictor.
got it.
And we have a total.
I've got a total of I think 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So I don't lose my action.
No, so
But
9.
I do have 3 successes.
All right, so your stress level only increases by 1. It's quote unquote you drop an item, but you're not carrying anything, so we're going to bypass that. So there's something wrong with Bateman. Not he's sick. There's something off. Let me say it a different
So I
way.
have 3, so I get 2 stunts.
1 stunt. You'll need 2 forgetting to
Okay.
see.
So like I
but-
don't get to roll anything to hide my device. This is just
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't imagine. That's why I was asking the direction. Yeah, I don't imagine that there would be
I
really.
thought you had said
I mean,
something.
I rolled a couple times.
Yeah, I
and
thought that he
that's
had
why he has
said-
the 2.
Oh, that's
That
there
was
too.
specifically why
There's nothing
I
in the
had
stunt
two.
list that really
Doesn't
qualifies
anything?
something.
Okay.
So what you're saying is now what? There's something wrong with him?
No.
Obviously?
That's I had to back that up.
Okay.
So there is something off about him. He's
Yeah, I was
looking
attacked
like
by
he's,
an
he's
alien
like,
organism."
Oh, he feels sick. He's been telling you he's sick. There's something looks weird. Like the way he keeps holding. Like if you were sick, you're like, I would hold my stomach
kinda
this
hold-
way,
yeah.
and he's kind of holding it in a weird way. You can do with it as you will. It's kind of the level you want to take it.
Are the suits all
No,
one
I don't
piece?
want it. I don't want to. I mean,
Yeah.
They're pretty.
give it to me specifically, right? Because I mean,
Like I can't just
can't-
take my helmet off.
No, you cannot just take your helmet off. Well,
does it look like he's holding something in his hands?
it does kind of
I
look.
mean, you've
like,
got to.
I'm
You
holding
as
my
the game
belly.
master, you need
Yeah.
to let me know that, right? So, I mean, if he just had a. I'm curious of whether he's been infected by something.
Oh,
Oh.
And it has been since stage 1.
Well,
It's
see-
been my whole motivation,
Yeah,
right?
so see
But-
that totally that.
But you
really
haven't seen
changes the way
any
you would
suit
see
puncture. I showed you my hand where I was attacked, and,
Right, show-
and Sargent and the Marshal was attacked in much the same way, only more
So
aggressively.
wait,
Here's
so
what I understand. Like, I get to assume the perception of my character.
And that's what I'm trying to
just
say,
But I keep
yeah.
pointing
being
out the
told,
scenario.
right, that it's got to be something different. I get to, if I think you're being suspicious, I make that determination.
Right, despite any roll
Right.
that I make to manipulate you otherwise.
Right,
Well, I'm not
Right.
trying to manipulate,
Yeah.
right?
No, no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
giving
I get it,
my
I get it.
observations.
Dave
right?
is
Yeah.
correct. Dave is correct.
Right.
Since you've been suspicious of him, you wouldn't necessarily know that he's holding something, but if he's a little ill,
Then I think it's probably the effects of whatever he was exposed to.
you think it's more than that. You think he's really ill. Like you, because this is where you've been going, I'm going to give you that you would be very suspicious that he's infected. The way he's holding himself, that's not somebody who's just a little sick, a little queasy.
Yeah, I'm a company man. I just saw a tentacle reach out of a guy's leg, and I wouldn't be queasy.
That's
How does
really
that-
gross.
Oh no, I get that you would, but the way he's looking
I would
at
be
you,
white. I would be white in the face right now.
Well, if I, I mean, I'll probably ask you, what's wrong, Bateman?
Oh, just feeling a little ill after all that. I've
What's
never
really
seen
wrong,
anything
Bateman?
quite like that.
Oh,
So if I can, I'll kind of cough. I can't. Obviously, I don't really need to.
so
vomit, but-
you'll hear.
So now I'm going to focus my attention. Why are you holding your stomach? And I'm going to focus my
There you go.
attention there.
Like I said, I haven't ever encountered anything quite that disgusting.
He's
Sergeant.
holding something.
I'm gonna turn
Okay, cool.
to look at him.
So-
Do you feel?
So, all right. So he's holding something. All right. So,
All right.
So
I'm going to
he's
ask.
fully focused,
All right.
right?
Fine.
And you're there.
You're
so-
holding your stomach. Okay.
It's-
So I'm
it's-
going to say, what do you have in your hands?
I'll show him the sample, since obviously I can't hide no matter how good I
Okay.
get on my roll.
So he just shows you basically
Sample,
glass-
a sample Dr. Langtree dropped on the way out.
Well, don't have to say anything unless you want to.
No, I'll
say
show it
because
to
then
him and I'll say,
everyone
yeah, this is sample Dr. Langtree dropped. Now, can you please step out of my way so I can get my
gonna grab
suit
the
off
sample.
and I can get into the bathroom?
I'm gonna grab the sample. I'm gonna
Okay.
attempt to grab the sample from him.
I'm going to
Be
assume
a close
it's
combat roll.
Yeah,
I'm
assuming it's
not
a-
okay with this whole exchange. This whole thing is just a little... Like, I really feel like this is some metagaming going on here. That's just
Is
my
it?
opinion. Yeah, I feel like I did everything at every check to disguise
I think
what
you
I was
did,
doing.
right? I think you
I
did.
think
And
in some
nobody
ways I would
beat me,
have to
and
agree
then
with
you
you.
just gave it to him on a roll of 2 hits.
No, hold up,
That's-
hold up.
That's how
hold
I
up.
feel. And I'll go with it, but that's how I feel.
No, I do agree with you. I've been trying to push the rules to where it would work. I think you would be less about seeing that there's something there, and I would think you're more about seeing that you think he's infected. That your focus is
That's fair.
He seems sicker than he's letting on.
But I also went to the shower.
and the metagaming thing is hard for me.
I know,
So
but-
I'm being really specific in what I'm saying I'm doing throughout this whole thing. So from the get-go, from the time when the whole situation started, I've been on the suspicion that something's happened and he's been infected from the first time.
Yes.
But we didn't see it. But then when he revealed to
Because
the
no
group,
one saw it.
when he revealed to the group that, hey, there's something in there.
Yeah.
Now my suspicions are, at what level were you exposed?
Well, why
Right?
weren't you suspicious of the marshal who encountered an attack?
Because he
much
saw
like-
everything that happened with the
I
marshal.
saw everything
Right.
happen with the marshal.
But I showed you my arm, showing you there was no suit puncture. It was just goop on my arm.
It doesn't mean that I'm not suspicious of the
Okay.
marshal as well, because he also came in.
No, I'm fine with giving up the
contact
sample because I think
Yeah.
Dr. Langtree will share the research
So,
that she's
so I'm
learned.
going to step back
It's
for a
not-
sec. Well, hold up, and I'm going to ask.
It's just
I
I
am-
feel that it's kind of...
Yeah, I'm more on the side of you not, for me, because I think you have done everything we can. The rules kind of overrate that, but I think we have done everything for you to keep the sample. So what I would say is if you, and I think you have definitely proven it, I think you think there's something wrong with him.
And that's why I was asking him, like,
Well,
unless
You straight up told
Yeah,
him
unless you
he's
tell me he's holding something.
Right,
then-
because I got to
then
the point where
there's
I'm
no reason
like,
for me
I
to
don't know.
believe.
Yeah,
Like, as he came out, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I want to be doubled over, and I want to be holding my belly.
But you're
in a
holding- but
way
here's-
that I'm disguising my
Yeah.
object, not revealing my object. But the way that it was spoken, it was that I was bringing attention to the fact that there's something in my hand. But anybody that's thinking about throwing up might be walking
So what
out
I-
of a hallway holding their stomach, thinking about.
So
"Oh my
what I
God,
will do
Can't throw up in this
moving
suit."
forward. What I
That
will
would
do
be
for
super
moving
gross.
forward is I'll kind of get a feel for the direction you guys are going, and I may not. I may say, Dave, you can't make that roll, just to make things easier. But I would go back to, and this is where I want to put it, Rictor. You think he's sick? Forget the sample. You think he's actually sick? That's what
Yeah.
you think, and way more than he's letting on.
Well, and that's
what I
alarming
think.
for many reasons.
And that's alarming in itself. And
Yes,
that's
that's
confirming the
fine.
suspicions that I've had. But I mean, yeah, there's really.
It's
I
hard
don't-
because-
I don't feel like there's anything that I should or necessarily can be doing. One, I'm being limited. I mean, I understand. I think you're doing a great job trying to conceal it, right? And unless
It'd be
like,
different if I rolled 2 or 3.
Unless
I rolled
there's
7.
something specific that leads me to believe. Now, you're bent over, you're keeled over, you're holding your stomach. I might look at that's going to draw
Right.
my attention. Why are you holding your
But
stomach?
you're
Is there
probably looking at
something
my
wrong?
face, not my stomach, because my stomach is a suit.
I would probably be like, give me an observation roll to see if he's holding something, which I haven't been given, but that's okay. Right, you know, but if I don't notice anything, then hey, I don't have any reason to think anything other than the fact that he's probably been affected by whatever's in
really
there.
wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
But
That's
then this
fair. I'll,
becomes
I'll take a physical as soon as I can get out my
So-
suit and get my rest of my clothes back on.
So, you know, I'm going to say, so if I don't see that he's holding anything, he's just saying, hey, and I think if you're staying as the game master, that I feel like he's way more sick than what he's leading on,
I think
then
that's
I'm going to
Rick's
yell,
doing a good job.
then I'm going to stand in his way,
Yep.
and I'm going to go, Marshal, Doctor, I think that you need to take a look at Bateman here because he is very ill, and he's in a
We're
hurry to
going
get out of
forward
here.
from there. That's where we're at. So,
So how I would respond to that, I need to know, after we go through this chemical shower, is there a place where we'll look over ourselves? No. So whatever
no.
happens.
So here's
is
what
gonna
happens next. It is a one-person wide. You're not going to get it to 2. Each of you is going to step, and Rictor is in the front. He is going to step in the anterior room. It's going to go from green to orange to green, and he's going to step out. Then Bateman, because he's next in line. Then Baird, because he's next in line, and lastly you, unless you stop.
Do these suits have biometrics readings?
These do not.
Okay.
But you can get a tag in there to get the readings.
That's going into my pitch. With biometric.
But yes, you can get
Okay.
something in there. You don't have it in this hallway.
So I'm gonna turn to look at you, and I'm gonna say, "Are you feeling feverish?" Let me see your eyes.
I'll like clearly open my eyes. You know, for the most part, I'm feeling fine. I did fail a panic test there. But
So you look kind
Maybe you said
for the most part, I feel
you're
fine.
feeling
I
fine, but you just said, Bateman, that you weren't feeling good.
I just need to
So
get
which
some
one is it?
distance
Is it feeling
from this
fine
thing
or
that's
not
making
feeling
me want to
fine?
throw up? How hard is that to understand?
Well, feeling like you got throw up isn't feeling fine now, is it?
and he looks kind of sweaty, I'm assuming, but I think that it would be.
But you all
kinda
do.
sweaty.
Yeah, that's
but
what
you all
yeah,
would.
that was my
And
next
you're holding your
sentence.
stomach like you're keeled over. I mean, are you
Yeah.
having
Are you
stomach
feeling
pain?
nauseated?
I felt like I was about to throw up, but I'm already starting to feel better. Thank you.
Why are you all of a sudden feeling better? Is it because
Because
of the
I'm
fresh
getting-
air outside, or is it because is your
because
suit been compromised?
There's 5 bodies in that transport that have alien tentacles coming out of the wounds in them, and that disturbs me physically.
So at this point, because you're not on closed
just
channel,
like, oh, Jesus.
Morrison's gonna say, "There's 5. Doctor, we've only seen one."
They might as well be dead. Damn it!
I will.
So now I want to try and manipulate the marshal to arrest Bateman.
Can we? Okay.
So hold on, that's what I want to do.
Sure.
I'm going to say, Marshal, I don't think that all the facts are being brought out in the open here, and I think for safety of the public, I think you need to detain Bateman until he can have a proper physical examination.
I will gladly submit to a physical examination.
And Dr. Morrison is gonna say, "Dr. Langtree, unless you're against that, I agree with the sergeant."
We should all have physical examinations.
Thank you.
I think we're all of the same mind.
Is there a plan? Okay, so
How do we know you're not infected, Richter? And
I feel great.
This
I'm not
organism
keeled over going,
is
I don't
make-
feel so good.
Why are you so paranoid? Why are you accusing your?
Oh, I'm tired of being in this tunnel with you guys.
Hey, you guys are still trapped in the tunnel. I
don't
love
know.
it.
Can we get through the tunnel to the physical examination, and then
You
we can
saw it,
decide
Richter.
who's getting arrested
Saw what?
from there?
You saw the tentacle sticking out.
I've seen worse.
obviously,
I've
there's-
seen worse, Bateman.
There are enemies here beyond
I'm gonna-
myself.
I've been on planets
Okay.
with
And you're
fought
stuck in
aliens.
the back. I love
I
this
know.
because you are stuck in the back of the road.
God, I
okay, Rictor, go. Let's get out of here. If Bateman has something in him, well then, goddamn it, the same thing's happened to me, and I'm fucked too. But you know what? I'd rather be fucked out of this tunnel than in this tunnel.
Are you feeling
Fuck outta here.
Are you feeling all right, Marshal?
Yes, I'm feeling fine, except for the fact that I'm stuck here with all y'all chattering in my ears when I'd rather not be in this fucking tunnel anymore.
All
So
right.
can we get out of this tunnel, please?
He's the boss, so I turn around and I go into the next
So you step
decontamination
in,
room.
and it feels like an eternity for you guys as the orange goes to green. You guys don't get to see it, but he sees it. You step out. So when you step out, Bateman's going to step in. When you step out, where do you stand? Are you like there to jump Bateman
Nope.
immediately, or
I go through the.
no?
whatever.
You're out of the whole tunnel,
All right.
out of the last device.
I pull the
onto
suit
the-
off.
You're going to take the suit off
Yep.
there.
Take
So
the suit
you
off.
go to start taking it, and
Don't want to take any of that possible decontamination.
no, I
with
get it.
me. Yeah.
You're going to take the suit, and the 2 med techs come over, and they're like, no, don't take it off here. And you can hear Howard and Dr. Morrison say, leave the suit on, and everybody is hearing this, leave the suit on, leave the suit on.
Where do I take the suit off? Am I done? Am I decontaminated?
Yes, but
Then why
internally,
do I need to take the suit off?
please. And the doctor, you can hear the doctor is trying to control himself. He is pretty stressed. He's like, maintain, Sergeant. We're going to get you to a room. Can you?
I'm going to any room.
hold?
Rictor, wait for quarantine. We don't want
there's
anything to
a
be concerned.
procedure. I feel that. Okay, so wait, hold on. What happens next? Tell me. I
Right.
would know.
So the next step would be, what does he do? They've asked him to hold,
Yeah.
and they tried to
No,
stop
no,
you in the
I'm
middle
They're
of
like,
not.
we're going to take you to a room.
No,
I'm like,
I'm
wait, if
asking,
I'm decontaminated,
What
why
is
do I
the
need to go to a room?
procedure?
So you know the procedure from here is you guys are going to be taken downstairs. Actually, you're not going to be taken. You're going to walk downstairs, and you're going to go into basically a sealed room, a sterilized room, and then each of you guys is going to move into the second part of the room to be checked out.
I will explain that if you listen.
Okay. So, okay. Further testing. All right. So, I mean, and I will make
Because
it down.
you've basically, just so you know,
All right.
because you brought up the question that one of you, I mean, you said it,
Yeah.
one of you might be infected.
Yeah.
So this has changed from, hey, the containment worked to, hey, the containment might not have worked.
Okay, so, well, I'm going to
know
say
what
this. I'm going to say,
ailment
before I go any further at all, I'll identify myself, and I have a military identification proof. My name is Sergeant Alister Rictor of the USCMC, and I need to report to my unit as to the status of what's going on here with their personnel.
We'll get you a phone.
I won't go to a room, and I won't be checked by anyone until my unit has been made aware of my status.
As soon as I get outside with you, I will call Perkins. The second I'm outside of this tunnel.
They're not pushing you anywhere. They're not. Yep. They've all heard what she said.
Yeah, I'm not going to go be a guinea pig somewhere.
So same situation for you. Now waiting the other way as they're getting out. It feels like forever. The actual orange to green is approximately 1 minute. So
How are we
all
going to
you
make we
guys-
can't make a phone call from inside the suit.
Dude,
I can.
You can.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So, the four of you are now
I wonder,
out.
would you have brought your phone?
No. Well, it's in my. I'm
It's in
inside
the suit.
Yeah.
I mean,
inside the suit. I
not-
don't know.
So,
not for now.
so here's where we're at. So now we're going back to that question of medical, military, martial. Right now, in the situation we're in, you know this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Medical is over military. 100%, not even a question.
What's that for? What?
For the situation now, if you are infected, she is the leader of this situation.
I can help more than you could.
She
if
is
it was
over him
A medical thing.
and over you.
Okay.
Right? But four of you are out. Now you know where to go. When you got the walkthrough from Vita. Are you saying follow me, or are you telling them go that way? Which way? Are you in the front or the back of this?
My first priority is getting my samples to where they need to be tested. Is that going to be after the room?
That's going to go with you into the room.
Okay.
You know that.
I am going to ask Rose to patch me through to Perkins, and I'm going to start walking to the rooms.
So Rose says, "I'll connect you to the military. Give me just a moment."
Yeah, whoever the staff.
Because
Yeah. Once I get through, I don't go any further until it's been communicated to me how the unit wants me to proceed.
So again, you know that you should be following her orders. You know that is
Okay.
just protocols.
All right. Okay.
Any military person on the entire planet
All right.
would know
Okay.
that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
So I'll just follow her.
You guys will head down. So you go down back through the doors you guys came through, not the front stairs. Okay? You guys will go down, you'll head into a room. You're just, at this point, you're in the room. Dr. Langtree, you know that you guys can now de-suit unless one of you is fearful that somebody else is infected and doesn't want to.
I just realized I probably wouldn't de-suit.
Okay?
ID suit.
Okay? So Rictor is out of his suit.
I'd just be asking Langtree, like, what's the protocol?
I just realized that I wouldn't have left the roof until I gave everybody orders.
Okay? And those orders would have been, I'm good with that.
I would have told them to keep up the chemical shower. I would have told them to continuously monitor the biometrics from the inside and to keep me updated. Probably not tell me, but if something big changes, have Rose get a hold of me. Why do none of the other ones have phones? It feels... Someone get me a phone with a receiver on the roof. And I would just say that, and hopefully somebody would make that happen.
They can do that. You would have to take your helmet off, just so you know.
But you could hold it up and still hear
I
it.
guess, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
You'll have one brought,
Yeah.
minute or so.
And then keep me updated on the patients inside. And then I'm going to stand there, and I'm going to call Perkins if he would have... I would have stayed standing and called Perkins
Would
on
the
the
three
roof.
of you go without you?
Would you have stayed with me?
No, I would stay with Langtree.
All
That's fine.
Nobody's leaving the room.
Yeah.
Bateman,
It's different.
are you...
I will go to my room and take off my suit when
Okay.
I can.
Yeah, and I would be too busy to
All
pay
right,
attention
so
to him.
I've got the three of you up on the roof.
So when you get a hold of Perkins, all right, have him send the MPs to pick me up.
So let me start with the three of you are up on the roof. So Bateman
I try to call Perkins.
goes where you guys were told. He goes in the stairs, and you know the room you're supposed to go
Yeah.
into.
Now,
Howard-
I didn't bring my briefcase outside. I'm just wondering where that is right now. I'm assuming it's not in the room waiting on me, which would have been
The room
appropriate,
it should
but
be in the
I'm
room that
willing to
you
overlook
two
that.
suited up in.
So is this not the same room that we suited up in?
No.
Okay, so I will de-suit and pocket my sample and go looking for that room when I'm allowed out of this room.
Okay, so back to the room. So Rose finally tells you, I have the base. She says, I'm patching you through now. So the person who comes on, corporal, blah, 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 whatever, he says, yes, can I help you?
This is Dr. Elizabeth Langtree calling from the medical facility. We have a situation, and I would like to speak with General Perkins. Major Perkins as soon as possible.
Very good, ma'am. If you'll hold.
Would there have been in my training, would there have been because we speak with them, is there a code orange or something? This is incredibly important and this needs to be spoken to as soon as possible?
From the facility, I would think there would have to be.
I mean, like some kind of like this is an SOS, not an SOS, but like
No,
this is a big
but I would
fucking deal.
think there would
BFD.
have to be a priority if something bad happened. Because let's say that you get something that literally drops everyone inside the facility.
Yeah.
There has to be a way to say,
I mean, this is very, very serious. That could be anything.
right, if you feel it's that serious, I'm going to say yes, you would give them the priority code.
Yeah. This feels pretty fucking serious. I don't know.
I'm not saying one way or another. I'm just asking you, does Elizabeth feel that it's that serious?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So when you give the code, the corporal says, just a moment. Instead of saying ma'am, he says, just a moment, doctor. And it is like maybe 15 seconds. There's Major Perkins. He says, doctor,
I'm assuming that you're abreast of the situation in Cyprus with the UPP attack.
yes, I'm aware of the UPP attack.
2 of the victims from that attack were transported to my facility today at blah 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 time o'clock. Upon arrival, there was an issue. The pilots seem to have been compromised. It seems to be a biological agent. I don't even know. I need to let you know what's going on because this could affect more than we know. Cyprus is not reporting any other situations or circumstances of this biological infection, but I find that unlikely. I feel that we need to move now and be proactive.
Are you asking me to take Cyprus out?
Absolutely not. No. What I'm looking for is a quarantine around the town until we can figure out for certain that this isn't also spreading there.
Well, this sounds like initially the marshal's job. Have you spoken with the new marshal?
Yes.
And does he concur? Does he want the military involved? Is he handing it over to us?
Yes.
Very good, Doctor. I will mobilize right now. He then says, "Is there anything else?"
Yes.
You can feel your little PDD buzzes.
Yes. I would like to commend Sergeant Rictor for his assistance today in a civilian capacity.
Sergeant Rictor is at your facility?
He is, and he has been very useful.
Very good, Doctor.
He's requested an MP pickup, if you're able.
Are you releasing him? You said that you were concerned about a
He has-
biologic contagion.
He should be, in the next, I don't know, hour, he should be ready for pickup. Assuming it's not the worst.
And you said the words MP pickup.
Military police.
Yeah, but would the military police pick up if you weren't in trouble in some way?
Yeah, I mean, they don't. Nobody.
I mean, as opposed
Yeah,
to somebody
that's
just
who does
somebody
it, yeah.
come get me versus the
That's
military
the
police.
MPs. It's
It
the
would be
MPs,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So he says
If any go between military and civilian, the MPs have to be the go between.
perfect. So he says, Doctor, 20-minute pickup going to give you enough time to do what you need to do.
No. I need
How
at
much
least
time?
at least 45 minutes, maybe more than that.
So I will set it for an hour. Do you have a way for me to speak with my sergeant?
I will shortly.
Very good. Am I waiting?
In my own hold.
Yeah, basically.
We'll call you back.
Okay, I am setting the military on Cyprus under your auspices. Marshal has agreed to.
You got it.
Maybe we just hear a bunch of bombs go, or rockets.
All right, yeah, and then you guys see the jet stream of the. All right, so now we are still the three of you up on the rooftop. You've taken the phone down.
What
now?
So I heard part of that conversation.
I don't think
Very
so.
little of it.
I don't think
He's-
so.
Okay,
she's-
so hold
It
on.
would've
hold
been
on here.
1-to-1,
Time out,
right?
Time out. Right.
You have
So-
not taken your helmet off.
Okay. What? But we can hear through the helmet.
Barely. The word I keep
Right.
saying those words over and over again. You can barely hear through those things.
I leave and I go to the room, whatever, and I'm gonna take off my helmet. I'm gonna get out of this monkey suit.
Okay.
Right. Because
He's in there as
Everything
well.
keeps changing.
At what
right?
point
So
would you have
I'm not
left?
listening to the doctor anymore. I just go ahead and leave.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
At what point would you have left? I mean, at what point in this conversation, minute-wise, would you have left?
Well, I'm assuming. Well, you said that you wanted me to wait with you up on.
I'm gonna call
landing
Perkins.
pad.
You
And then-
had said you weren't going to move until you'd spoken to the major.
Well, she asked me, hey, will you wait up here with me? And I'm going to call Perkins.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But then you're saying I can barely hear anything outside of the mask.
Correct. She
Okay,
has
so-
told you.
My understanding was that when you make a phone call, it's one way. Like
Well, can I hear what you're saying?
I
Not
don't
unless
know.
it's in your ear.
I
as
thought
part
that
of
when
the-
I made a phone call, it was just one. Like
Yeah, and again, what
It's
we're
not
talking.
sub-vocal or anything, right?
No, it's not sub.
But I thought the
you're-
channels turned off. I mean, you
Right, and
probably
you're
would
not up
hear me
close.
through the
I'm
plastic.
not part of it. But I know I'm watching you have. I'm
Yeah.
standing right next to you. I'm watching you have a
Yeah.
conversation with who I'm assuming is my commanding officer.
Yeah, but I would have said I'm going to call him right now.
So,
And you said tell him to get the
what happened? What did he say?
As soon as I get off the phone, I'm going to tell you. So you don't leave. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
So yeah, I hang up and then I'm gonna go on private comm with you, and I'm gonna say, I can tell you now, or we can get out of these suits and I can have a conversation with you. What would you prefer? I can tell you the gist is that he's going to secure Cyprus and they'll pick you up, assuming that you're uninfected.
He's going to secure Cyprus based on your word. Your word.
Quarantine. Yes.
Okay, so show me where to go until I can get out of this place. Yeah, that's what I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, we should probably get out of these suits and figure out if we're okay.
I've got my bag of samples and I'm heading to the room.
All right. So he has not left. The four of you are in there. As you guys, I'm assuming now everybody's getting out of suits or not.
Yes.
Okay. Bateman has obviously been there for a little while. You guys know that. Howard is down there. He's in the next room, which you guys are not into yet. You can hear him clanking around and moving stuff. Howard then leaves and intercoms in. He says, "Doc, give me 10 minutes. We'll be back in."
Okay.
And he goes out. And you guys are done. So you have a couple of messages. The first one is from Stevens asking, is there anything new? Because nothing happened with it. The next one is a mobilization call. All leaves, everything is canceled back to base.
So I have to check in.
Right.
Yeah.
And those are the two you've got so far.
Well, I will call in.
Okay.
As soon as I get the suit off. I mean, we'll
Right,
get to
right.
whatever,
So you're calling in.
I need to call and check in.
Yep.
Right.
It
Let them
doesn't-
know I'm at the medical facility.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long, and you get the orders sent down. Wait there. Your pickup is in an hour. The doctor wants to check you out, and then you're coming back to base.
All right.
So, anyone else do anything before Howard starts bringing you guys into the other room?
I'm just like, I need to make sure I'm okay. I'm
In
looking
this
at my
room-
arm where I was
Yeah.
hit. I'm like, just like making sure I'm okay.
God, I'm trying to think. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I can't think of anything. If the chemical showers don't work, then we're screwed anyways.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have anything further.
Okay. So, you still have your weapons. You take them off and then re-put them on.
Yeah.
You still have a concealed weapon. You still have a concealed weapon. Just to kind of bring us back to where
And
we're
you
at.
have a sample.
He has a sample.
sample.
I don't
he
know
has
about it,
he
but
has
I'm
a
mad
single
about it.
sample.
Can't be mad
You
about what
have
you
the
don't
sample
know.
bag, Doctor.
We didn't really get a chance to see it either, though. I mean, in our defense.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But we should have been at a chance to see it. Yeah.
No, you did have a chance to see it. I
And he
won the
got
roll.
7.
I mean, like I got 7 on the manipulation roll to
That's
prove to you
not-
guys that wasn't doing anything
Additionally,
untoward, and then I got
nobody saw
5
him
to
take the
hide it.
sample.
No.
Literally everybody
Yeah,
was
yeah.
focused out once. So I know for sure that got done right.
But even still, once I took it, despite the act of being taken not being seen, I then rolled 7 hits on my manipulation
You
roll
only
to
get so
convince
much
somebody.
with one manipulation roll. It's not like an ongoing thing
I mean,
where it's like,
but
you know.
well,
yeah,
why-
I
How,
get it,
how many
yeah.
times do I have to roll to keep something to
No,
keep
no.
manipulating you? Like every time you suspect me, I got to roll manipulation again,
Probably
or is
not.
it like
No,
a
probably
one
not.
roll and it lasts for the scene? Like,
I don't know.
Probably the scene. I think I would agree with. Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine.
I mean, like,
scene.
scene-wise, there would be another.
That's one of my pet peeves is being like rolling to get something hidden and then having to keep rolling it every time a person looks at it.
I think
Well,
scene.
but as situations, as
I should-
details change,
Yeah,
it
I
might
should be able
open
to
up
set a
another
difficulty
right.
number of 5 on my roll.
Well, I
Right,
don't-
kind of
that's
the
up to
shadow.
him.
You're
No,
just
I
saying,
agree.
Yeah, right.
but
I'm
you're saying
pointing
kind
it
of the
out,
shadowing
like-
thing.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if it's going to be if I'm going to be hiding something for an extended period of time, I think that I should be able to roll in order to set
Kind of the Shadowrun thing, where
Kinda
you
like
say
that. I'm not.
they need a threshold of 5 or a
But-
threshold of
Maybe,
2.
yeah.
But what my complaint is when I do roll to hide something, and then I like on the impetus of the observer, I then have to defend that roll repeatedly.
Right.
But in this situation, that didn't happen. I rolled successfully twice, and then Dave rolled 3 and just beat my 5 and my 7, and that's what annoyed me about this situation.
And again,
It's like,
for me, for game mastering, from this point forward, as I said, I will move to not allow the game to go over things that make sense. To me,
we're opposing
to me,
roles a lot as
Yeah.
a party, so we should
That's
have
true.
clear guidelines for how that's going to work.
To me, you should have had the sample basically hit. The question mark for him should have been, how sick are you? Because he has been not focused on the sample. Rictor from the beginning has been focused on something's wrong with you.
Right.
In fact,
And that should have been a
you're
manipulation
still
attempt
thinking-
on my part to
Yeah.
say nothing's wrong with me that's worth concerning yourself over.
Right.
Move on.
So
get out of
here's
it.
where
And
the
that wasn't
here's
an
where the
opportunity.
tires hit the road. So
No.
everybody reduce. Oh, Dr. Langtree, do you want to use your ability since everyone's in here?
Yes.
Try and get everyone calm.
Calming I
So
love it.
everybody drop your stress 2 levels. 1 for the 10 minutes, 1 for the doc.
I'm getting out of that hospital the moment I have the chance to. I'm not hanging around for conversations. As far as I'm concerned, this place is contaminated.
Okay.
Yep.
So all the techs are in suits, just so you know. So he's going to click on Doc, who's going first?
I am.
Rictor is.
Very good. Sergeant Rictor, if you'll come through the seal.
Okay, so we're still back out on the
Nope.
the tube.
You're
We're
in
in
the
a
room.
house. We're in a room somewhere.
Yep.
Oh,
We're in
gotcha.
the
Okay,
first
okay.
clean room.
All right.
So you come through when you
I'm
open
taking
it,
the suit off, right?
You're complete. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
gotcha,
just
okay.
you.
Okay.
Right. That's why I reminded you of a gun.
Yep.
So you hear the suction as it goes out. You step in. There's no one in the room.
Uh-huh.
He says to you, "If just have a seat. Take your shirt off, please."
Why?
Run routine tests. I
Did you
apologize.
check my vitals or
Sergeant. Yes, Sergeant.
Okay. Okay. I mean, all right.
All right. So you can feel.
I'm not going to take my shirt off, right? Because I don't want him to find my gun. Just so you know. So, but I will make available my vitals, which doesn't require me to take my
Okay.
shirt off.
All right. So you'll feel that as the room pressurizes, he steps in, and then he comes over. He looks at you. You can see in his head, he's like, "I told you to do something," but then you can tell he's not gonna. You're a big, imposing guy.
Yeah, it's like, here,
He's
check
not
my
gonna be
blood
like, "Here, take your
pressure,
shit off."
check, but look at my
Right.
eyeballs or whatever. I don't know what
So
you got to do, right?
he runs through everything.
Okay.
Then goes over the wall, and you can hear his side. He says, "Doc, he checks."
Did you X-ray?
Sorry, Doc, I didn't even think about that. He says, Sergeant, just a moment. He says something to one of the other guys. Hey, you need to go get. I don't know the name of the
So
machine.
let me get this right. Doctor, is it? All right, I'm looking at him. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he says, no, I'm one of the RNs.
Okay, RN, right? Do I have something that has indicated to you that there's something wrong with me?
It's what the doctor asked me to run.
Is there like a
Sergeant.
button I can push?
Well, do I have any symptoms of anything?
Rictor, would you like to be certain there's no worms in your body or no?
Well, I didn't. Now I know I didn't come into contact with anything.
You were in
Right.
the room. If any of us are exposed, you are too. Would you like to know if you have worms in your body?
Let's do a worm test, right?
So, time passes. The machine comes in. Everybody can take one more stress down. He runs the thing. He's asked you to lay down. He runs the machine over you. You can see him. Runs right over the gun. Slows. Makes a weird look and then just continues like nothing. Right? Just moves past it. Continues out. And he says, "You can sit up." He goes over and he says, "Doctor, he appears to be clear. He doesn't have anything that matches what," and I'm pushing the button, but I mean he's holding it. Doesn't appear to have anything that matches it.
And I'll say Rictor, and I'll wait for you to look at me, and I'll say if you get it.
Where were you at?
I'm
She's
a-
I didn't
literally-
see you in the other room. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there's like a window. Oh.
No, yeah, and I'm gonna say if you get a fever at all, please come back here.
Yes, I will follow the protocol if I start feeling anything less than normal.
I'll look at Howard. I'll just say cut him loose.
All right.
And I
And
leave,
so
yeah.
Howard opens the door. He pushes a button on the wall, and he says, "If you follow this green line, it'll take you to the front." And there's a little teeny, like thread-like green line that goes off.
I'm gonna say Bateman, you're up.
I follow the green line.
All right. Do you actually head out, or do you do anything on the way?
I leave.
All right.
I don't. Yeah, I'm going
Good.
back to base.
You're gonna wait a few moments. It'll actually be like 20 minutes or so, and then MPs come and take you back to base.
All right.
All right. So Then Bateman is next.
Yes.
Okay.
I will be as cooperative as possible.
And I'm gonna talk to the marshal while he's busy.
So he says the same thing he said to Rictor. He says, if you'll take off your shirt.
Okay.
You didn't see Rictor do it, but whatever you want to do.
I'll unbutton my suit and lift my shirt, maybe. See if that's...
God damn, how does Bateman have a 10-pack? That seeks an
I'm in front of you guys. You can't see.
It sticks an airbrush. So he was gonna look at you and he's realized nobody's listening to him. But he runs you through the same collection of tests. Now, when he goes to run the X-ray on you, I'm not
X-ray?
worried
What
about
X-ray?
the gun. Worried about the specimen. So you saw him do something on Rictor, and you heard him say,
yeah.
"I haven't seen anything." She said, "Check him for worms."
Right. So when I go to lift up my shirt, I'm just gonna set my coat to the side so that he can X-ray me without the extra fabric impeding the way.
Okay. Go with that.
Clever little Bateman.
I love it, but that one, go ahead and give me a. I'm going to say wits observation, right? To hide it.
Be mobility roll.
Yeah.
Versus a
Okay.
whips
So let's go
versus a
mobility.
whips observation.
Agility, mobility.
Yes.
Agility, mobility. One alien.
All right. Give me the alien roll. Give me the panic roll.
Oh, 10.
Oh. All right. So
Right.
it doesn't affect anyone because they're not in the same room with you. You freeze up. You're worried that you're going to get caught.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end result with him. So then it is strictly his observation and of the other tech there.
Can you push this roll? Oh, kind of alien. I can't push. I can't push.
Oh, you
this
can't
one.
push, yeah.
All right. So you set the coat aside with the sample rolled in it. Is that what I've understood?
Yeah, it was just in a pocket. Yeah, I just rolled it up and set it on the bench.
So he runs over you very slowly. He's heard all the stuff of everybody talking. If anybody has got it, in his mind, it's you. He's heard Rictor basically talk to you about it. He heard Baird talk to you about it. He's heard the whole thing that's going on. But he gets to your ankle gun. Same thing he kind of did with Rictor. You see him run over it a second time, and then just kind of keep going.
Damn,
And so
my ankle.
So he
Oh,
goes.
that
He goes over. The tech is still there. It says you can put your clothes back on. And he goes over. He says, "He's clear, doctor. I don't see anything. I ran him twice.
Pop the collar.
Release him."
Bateman.
Yes, Dr. Langtree. I mean, keep in mind, like I helped grab the sample
Are you
when
saying
no
this
one
to
else
me?
would. Yes.
Immediately.
There's no reason to suspect me of any foul play or any infection, and I will come back if I have a fever. I promise you that.
I know
Guaranteed.
that if this gets out, it wasn't Rictor.
Understood.
I know if this gets out, it wasn't Baird.
What gain would I have from this? You're absolutely right.
I have no idea. But just understand that I'm not going anywhere on this planet, and neither are you.
I am glad to hear that, Doctor.
If this gets out, I will know where it came from.
You got it.
Howard, cut him loose.
Okay. Mr. Bateman, and he does the same thing. He says he pushes a button. He says, "If you follow the screen line, it'll take you up and out." Now, same question for you. Any monkey business going out?
Monkey business. He is the monkey business
That's
king.
why I'm asking.
All monkey business going out.
Oh, your briefcase.
Yeah, I need my briefcase, so I want to go back to the room where we got.
Okay, which you know
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah.
You just walk back there
So
and pick
yeah,
it
as
up.
soon as I get to my briefcase, that's where the sample's going. It's not safe in my pocket. You never know what can happen there.
Okay.
Safe in the chrome briefcase.
And then you head out.
Yeah.
So while he was getting his check over, Marshall and I were talking.
Okay.
And what I'm going to tell you is that the military is quarantining Cyprus.
Oh, that's a mighty good idea. I think as soon as I got out of here, I was gonna give them a call or tell Rictor to go and tell that colonel. But
I'm glad we're on the same page.
yeah, no, that definitely would have been the next step. Also, mighty fine job telling Bateman what for there. That was good. That was some good work.
I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but also that hasn't happened yet. But I will be telling him quite firmly.
Well, all right. Well, let me go ahead and get checked out, and then I think I got a pile of paperwork I gotta go file on this crap and figure out that did the military say anything about? And then I start thinking about it. Like, I would know that it would take me to mobilize the military, right?
Yep. On civilians, absolutely.
Dr. Langtree, how did the military get mobilized to Cyprus?
I informed Major Perkins that at the advisement of our team, it would make sense to quarantine Cyprus.
Uh-huh. And I'll turn around, look at you, tip down the sunglasses, and the colonel...
Major.
The major, thank you. is that one of the other texts? And so... Normally now, from what I remember, I've had to do something similar, mobilize the military. Usually they require a marshal's sign-off on that, not just a collective team.
Do you think that I should have done something differently?
Oh no, I just think it's mighty interesting. But you know what? This time it worked out. No harm, no foul. In fact, only good things. But I'll just like wink at you and just be like, you know, we all bend the rules a little bit sometimes. And then I'll go get
Okay.
Get out of here.
So, Dr. Langtree, the two of you, and actually everyone, if you guys still have stress, drop another stress. You're out down. Do you two, Rictor and Bateman, out front say anything? Because Rictor is still there when you come out.
Bateman.
You don't have to, or you can like, you know.
I keep as much distance from Bateman as possible. I let him know, Bateman, if you get within 10 feet of me, I'm going to kill you.
Do you think you would, or
Did I stutter?
Would you just maybe freeze again?
I want to let
Don't
you
trust
know.
Don't trust me. Test me, Bateman.
You know,
I
that's
want
not
to
the
let you
first
know
time
that
I've
the
seen that happen.
the marshal's cordon is still there.
Yeah. So I mean, so is there like a post-it? Like, are there deputies out front keeping people? So are we able to leave at this point without being questioned, or have they radioed to the front?
You
somehow?
are inside the cordon, not outside.
And know that you
not
will be
approached
a detailed portion of my report, Bateman.
I look forward to it. I am flattered, Sargent, that I'm such a big part of your report. I do appreciate that.
And if he gets within 10 feet of me, I attack. Yeah.
I'm not questioning
Rictor's
it.
serious. He thinks you are carrying a live, an alien organism inside of you, maybe.
So Bateman, are you going to play games with it, or are you going to
No.
just go?
No, I am playing no games with Sergeant Rictor.
All right. So do you go?
Yes, as soon
And
as
go-
I can.
So and the
Yeah.
question is, are you going back to Fairweather?
Yes,
Fairweather.
I got to do some
Farming?
research. Yeah. Got to
Okay.
send some emails.
So he leaves. It's about 7 minutes later. MPs show up, pick up Rictor, take you back. So Marshal Baird, they go through the same exact things with you. Run the scans. Let the doctor know that you're free and clear.
I just let out the biggest sigh and just like, oh, thank God, I thought I was dead for sure. Oh boy, Ooh, I just felt like I have bad luck on this. All right, Doc, I'm gonna go do some paperwork and I'm gonna head on out.
So, Doc, you're going to run through the same things. While you're doing that,
My gun? Do I have to ask? Actually, I should probably ask about my gun.
what are you asking?
Do I get my gun back now? Or do I need to come back for it?
I'm assuming at this point it's been sanitized.
It's been sanitized as far as I know. All right, cool.
The question is to the level you trust it, but yeah, they tell you if it works, it shouldn't have anything on it or in it.
Well, let's see. No. Yeah, okay, no, I'll just put it in the holster and leave.
Okay, so once you're out front, the cordon is still there, and a couple of the people like come up to you. I mean, a couple of the deputies come up and Marshal, what's going on?
Said I'm gonna look around and say, now I'm gonna give the official report back at the station. I'm gonna write something up. We'll have to release something to the public. Kind of let them know what's going on. If I look around, I'm guessing I see people looking from outside the cordon.
There's a few, it's been a little while, but yeah, you got a few onlookers.
Hey, all right, we'll have to figure that out later. As for right now, I'm tired. I'm cleared, so don't worry. That's right. I see you backing up. Don't worry. I'm gonna go back. It's been.
And you're gonna leave the cordon up.
I'm gonna say, whoever's the lead office here, I'm gonna say, you check with Dr. Langtree on the inside. When she says the cordon can go down, you take it down.
The ship's still stand.
I was gonna say. I'm just
Like,
gonna say that.
The
Yeah.
situation still exists.
So
That's
the
Yeah,
awesome.
ship, is,
so
the
I'm-
ship is still on the roof.
Yeah.
You still have the shower line sitting up there, and you head back to the marshal's office.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them to defer to her. I'll see Rictor out front.
No, you won't.
No? Oh,
He will
he's
be
already gone, that's right.
And Bateman is gone already.
Yeah, that I figured. And so then, yeah, I'll say, defer to Langtree. If Langtree says something, you go ahead, you listen.
Yes,
to
sir.
her.
And then you head.
Yeah, then I'll head.
All right. So the three of you can wipe all your stress out. So Dr. Langtree. So you come in. They run you through the whole thing, and they're extra thorough. You're figuring because of either fear of the fact that they're around you, or just the simple fact that boy, they missed something. You're the one person they don't want to miss it on. When you're done, Howard is going to ask you the samples and specimens. Do you want us to check them this way, or are we going to send them right back to the lab now?
Let's send them back. We want to be thorough.
Very good. So the two of you and Howard, are walking out. Now, Howard is still in full suit. You are not. When you step out, he hands you the bag. Okay? Where do you go? Because he doesn't turn a light on for you. You know where you're going.
Yeah, I go to the lab.
So you're gonna head down to the lab.
Yeah.
All right. So on the way down to the lab, you've seen. No, you haven't, because you haven't gone to the labs yet. So two of the techs come out of the lab and meet you, and one of them says, "Dr. Langtree, I presume." And I mean, not funny way. He says,
Yeah.
"Dr. Langtree, I presume."
Would I have read their names on like an employee list?
Yes, yeah. Like you can make the connection between the
Okay.
small name tag and
Yeah. So
by
I'll greet
name
him-
tag they both work for you.
I'll greet them by name and I'll shake their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, I wish we could have met under less dire circumstances. These are the samples that we gathered from the ship. My main priority is finding out, have we encountered this parasite before, and do we know what works against it? Secondary would be, is the parasites present causing the degradation of the flesh, or is that a separate issue? Third, compare these to the Sargent bacteria.
You're thinking there's a connection?
Possible. Okay, I'm gonna get the message to me. I'll probably be back up on the roof when you're done.
Okay. So the one takes it from you, the other walks directly behind him, and they go back in. Where do you go from here?
Good God. Is there a portable version of the thingy from Covenant?
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Medical pod?
Yeah, is there a portable med pod thing? Can I get something onto the ship?
Oh, get a med pod onto the ship? No.
No, okay. Then I'm going to call up to... I want a phone. I want to call up to the roof to Morrison.
Yep.
And what's going on? Any changes? Any updates?
So I can tell you that the 5th Med Tech and the pilot are fine. They seem no changes that we can identify. Your two on the gurney, the one that you said had the foot injury, we're identifying him as, and he got an identification. Something has gone drastically wrong in there. I didn't want to bother you with it because we have no way to affect it from the outside. But his vitals have dropped to near nothing. Are you returning? Are you suiting up and coming back up?
Yes, I'll be up shortly.
Okay. Why don't I wait till you get up? Okay. So you get up there, and he starts telling you. So the one that had the foot injury.
Well, I would.
There's other things?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just want to kind of prep for a bit, perhaps a dissection. If someone does die, I want to get in there and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
That equipment is there.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of I want to go in and out of the ship as few times as possible. I don't know how you would treat parasites let's say ringworm or something,
Sure.
but whatever that procedure is,
Yep.
the most rigorous one is something that I would like to try.
Run it through to try and destroy the parasite.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
And then
That's going to require you and at least one other person going back in. And you're getting these things set before you go to the roof.
right. Okay. So that I would like to get just some general surgical tools, in case I do need to get in
Sure.
there when they are alive.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what that would look like. And then
The vast majority of what you're talking about is already up.
yeah,
You
and
guys
then-
did way less than I envisioned, or they envisioned you would do.
Yeah.
Not that you did anything wrong, I'm just saying.
I don't think I don't know that I. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go back to the roof.
Okay. So
Circles.
Dr. Morrison and Howard is back up there as well. The two of them have been talking. As soon as you get your headphones on or basically into the suit and you're listening to the open chatter, they're talking and said, well, we've lost one. That's where you come in. We've lost one. I don't want to lose this one. And you can now tell the difference in the voices. Howard says, whatever you want me to do, Doc, I can go in, but I don't know how we're going to stop the second one.
I'm online. Catch me up.
Dr. Langtree, we have lost the abdominal patient. When I say lost, I mean there's no vitals. He has appeared to have expired. The foot damage patient is getting there quickly. And the vitals that we have from the hookup for your co-pilot, those vitals as well are not doing well at all. We continue to maintain that lower temperature inside there. That shouldn't have had any effect on the men's vitals.
Well, I suppose we can do an autopsy. Let's do what we can for the foot patient.
So as you get up there, you'll hear him start talking again. It's like, I see it. I don't know what I can do about it. And they're arguing back and forth. Dr. Langtree, should we go in and try and save foot patient?
Poor guy, never got a
Yeah,
name.
right. Never got a name.
Howard, do you want to come in?
It's whatever I'm supposed to do, I will do. I don't know. I don't believe we can save him. And Dr. Morrison says, Doctor, I believe there's a small chance, but just that. The barest chance that we may be able to do something.
At the very least, we can make him comfortable. I'm gonna go back in.
Okay. So as you come up, you're like right up to the anterior room. You go in. Is anyone going with you?
Ugh, yeah, Howard, come on.
Okay. And he goes in right behind you. You
I feel
guys
like I'm
make the same
dooming
thing.
this NPC.
Same thing. As you guys get inside, you can actually feel the temperature is down. They have maintained it at that lower because now you're not going, the frog in the boiling pot. You're actually going into it. It is definitely cool in here. As you come in, Howard's waiting for you. He says, Doctor, what do you want me to do?
First, we'll try to stabilize the foot patient.
Okay, so you guys get over there, and they're right. You're definitely losing the patient. Howard grabs the x-ray wand.
What's failing? His organs?
Everything. The heart is slowly beating less and less. There's lower and lower blood pressure. Core temperature is dropping. Everything seems to be failing at once.
Okay, we'll put him on a space morphine drip and just keep him
Right.
comfortable.
Turn the heat up in there.
I don't know that we know enough of how to stop this from happening. I feel like turning up the heat's gonna make the spores come back, Josh.
So Howard does run the scan, the x-ray scan over it, and he stops and he's like, Doc, look at this. And what you see is there's the kind of octopus top to the cut. So this is a cut tail. You can see that thing looks like it's eaten or somehow engulfed the second kidney. The other one is missing.
Okay, that gives me a direction to go into. Howard, I think we're gonna have to open up the co-pilot.
Yes, Doctor, just you and I?
Let's see, I got Morrison.
And while he's talking to you, he's going to run the x-ray scan over the other one, and he'll tell you, as you're thinking about it, he will tell you, he says, I don't understand it at all, Doc. The other parasite appears to be dead. And he can show you the side, the abdomen damaged one, has no internal organs. The head of the octopus thing is basically the size of a softball, and it is unmoving. There's no responses of any sort coming out of the body.
From what I know about parasites is that generally their lives are pretty cyclical, and the goal of the parasite is to be picked up by a host, and then it's passed on somehow, possibly through the spores that were airborne that infected the pilots, and it just kind of goes in a loop. It's possible this is the end of this parasite's life, and it's already released spores.
He says we have the ability still to incinerate the interior.
Oh shit, we have cryopods, don't we?
Of course.
Does it make sense that a cryopod would freeze a worm? Like, do we put dogs in them?
Yep.
It makes sense. But
A cat-
the
you
downside
can
is
put
the
a cat
longer
into it,
they're
we
in
know
there,
that.
The worse other things could happen to them. It's not just like
I
freezing.
forgot about the future. Okay. I don't know enough about the alien world really to know what
Sure.
kind of technical stuff.
And you know what you can always do is just ask me. Can we do something? Can we preserve him? You know, whatever question you want to ask, I'm willing to go with.
The space sickness thing is what happens if they're in there for too long, where you have to roll on that table.
Yes.
If you're going faster than light.
Oh.
Really? It's not just general cryo sleep.
So what are the downsides if you're just in it normally?
We don't know.
Oh.
Ripley was in one for 70 years,
No, they are done.
but she was not
Oh.
going faster than light.
It's only under faster than light speeds.
At least for the game. For the alien
So
game.
we
according to
could.
the game.
Are there portable cryopods?
No, there are not portable cryopods. You guys could wrap them and
No.
take them to the cryopod.
Oh, we could just stick him in one of these suits.
You could wrap them. It's the same thing. I'm letting you know there is the
Yeah.
exact same type of thing without having to try
I
and
just feel
put a
like
suit
bringing them
on
into the hospital is such a bad idea. I wish we could make like little like up here rooms.
There would be, now that I'm thinking about it, there would be an ability to put some kind of a sterile room up here, basically build something up that you can move them into. Is that what you want to do?
Well, my thing is that I need like an OR so I can try to pull the thing out.
I'm going to assume that you could do that too. I mean, this is the future. Why not? It's not so outlandish.
I don't know. I think it would be better to do it in a room versus on the floor of a plane.
Okay? Are you going to have them set up some kind of a impromptu OR up here?
Only if it can truly be sealed.
Yep, it can
without-
truly be sealed.
Yeah, and then we can decontaminate the plane and try to pull the black box and get more of a timeline.
All right, so you're going to pull the black box.
First?
No, I'm just saying.
Yes.
You're going to pull the black box and then roast the interior.
Yeah.
Okay. Who or what are you taking out? All right, so pilot who appears to have had no effects and seems to be fine. Is it
If they're
staying or going?
alive, they're going to the OR room. If they're dead, I'm
Alright.
not sure yet. I think we're
Alright.
going to autopsy them in the
So
plane.
you pull the pilot, okay? The co-pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, you pull the co-pilot.
And foot guy.
Foot guy. You're going
Yep.
to pull foot guy.
Yes. Well, they all have the thing.
And foot guy has basically failed by the time you guys are getting ready to take him. You still want to bring him
Yeah,
out?
it's possible
Okay.
that he'll live.
Abdomen guy.
No.
Med tech, who like the pilot appears to be just fine.
Yes.
Okay. So you're taking 4 out. You're leaving the abdominal wound in there. So, pilot, I'm going to use the word fine, meaning there's nothing you can see. Pilot is fine. Med tech is fine. Foot guy has flatlined. Co-pilot, you know, has something in him and is not doing well, but is not dead. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to bring them to the OR and start working on them?
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is send Morrison out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We need a doctor on the floor, and if something happens, then there needs to be somebody.
Right?
And so then I'm going to do an autopsy. Before I move anybody, I think I'm going to do an autopsy on this guy
Inside.
in the
okay.
plane.
And what result would you like to get from it? What would you like to know?
Is the parasite actually dead? Did it just eat the organs? Are there eggs in there?
No eggs. As far as you can tell, yeah, it has consumed or destroyed or disintegrated the organ in some way. The organism itself appears to be dead. It appears to be swollen, but it appears to be dead, meaning there's no obvious life signs which it had previously.
How big is its head?
It is about that big. It's about the size of a
Do I
softball.
have a container I can store it in, like in formaldehyde or whatever?
Sure, if you want to throw it in formaldehyde, yeah, you can
Yeah.
absolutely do that. All right, so when you take it out, place it in it, and put the lid on it, that head starts to bubble, and then burst. And what you see are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of white, what look like tadpoles that thrash around in it for a while and then eventually just sink.
Great. So they're full of the babies. Ew. Maybe we should just. When I pulled it out, though, it didn't tear or anything. It wasn't until.
Nope. You were able to pick it up, no problem.
And I reckon you probably can't put formaldehyde in people's bodies, right?
How do you expect them to live?
I want to relay to the lab that formaldehyde destroyed. Did it dissolve it or just
Nope.
pop it?
It just, everything inside, it looks like everything inside ruptured to get out,
And then the little squigglies
Died in
they're-
formaldehyde as
They
well.
died in formaldehyde too. So theoretically, if we can pull the parasite out and immediately put it in formaldehyde, it can probably kill them all. But this is a dead one, so if it's alive, okay. Gross. This is horrible. I just don't know. I don't want to be like committing like atrocities and not realize it. Like,
Is it an atrocity if you don't realize it, though?
Right, and here's the thing. You have other players at the table if you want to ask their opinions, if you want to bounce off them. Other players don't have to keep silent about your opinions. You can ask anyone here.
I'm sure you can incinerate the whole thing, and this entire organism will be completely contained. I mean, my point is, if we don't incinerate it, there's still a whole colony that we believe to be infected by it. So it's like, this isn't the end of it for the planet. This isn't the end of it for our colony.
but I don't think.
The one question mark I think you should have if you don't have it is the med tech and the pilot currently appear to be fine.
Yeah.
If you roast them, you're taking their lives without knowing for certain. However, you don't know for certain.
Okay, so I've got what I can from what's his face.
Correct.
I don't know if they would actually just like incinerate them inside of the plane, or if they put them somewhere else and then take the remains and put them aside somewhere.
Well, the true quarantine, you would
Incinerate.
roast them inside because you want to contain them as much. The more you move it, the more you spread it.
Yep.
That's fucking awful.
I mean, this is an awful situation.
Okay, well I'm doing that. So
All right.
they're staying in.
Are
and
we
then,
burning everyone?
No,
Okay, who's coming out?
everybody I listed already.
Okay, so the only thing you're doing is roasting the guy who was already dead. All right.
Yeah.
No problem. So the four of them are going to come out. They're going to get set in your OR tent for you to work on. You have it completely sterilized. Okay? I'm going to cut to one other scene right now. Downstairs, when the techs took the specimens basket from you, basically the bag of specimens, they were walking back. The lead one, the one you met, meets with a man in a suit. The one who's carrying the bag says, "This is everything I believe." And the suit says, "Was anything left up top?" The tech says, "Nothing as far as I know. There are no samples left." The suit says, "Very good." Takes the bag and walks out. And you'll notice as he's walking out that he hasn't quite turned the tag from his jacket, which says LaSalle Bionational. Season 1 ends right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
whoa.
Jeez.
Okay, didn't see that. Didn't see that coming.
So we don't even need to worry about Bateman's thing as much.
Bateman is the unsung hero of this tale. In fact,
That's
Bateman's the only one
his
who has
greed
the-
saved all your asses.
Bateman's the only one with the sample now. You have the formaldehyde one.
Well, so here's the thing.
And the ones living in all of our guns.
Well,
Yeah.
and Bateman is not the only one with a sample. Which is why I was trying not to push, but which is why I kept asking, who do you bring out and who do you not bring out? Thank you for listening to another NCRP Productions podcast. To stay on top of everything we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook, all at NCRP Productions. You can show your support and help us continue to produce content by joining our Patreon. We offer additional podcasts like our B-sides and have GM materials, maps, and other fun things you can discover over time. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and many other fine podcast sites. Just look for us at NCRP Productions. We value your thoughts, so please don't hesitate to leave us feedback or comments. And if you would like to contact us directly, you can email us at ncrpproductions@gmail.com.